So I was screaming in the complete darkness, blindfolded. Kim, are you okay? Talk to me. She was real quiet. And then I heard her say, yeah, I'm fine. And then you hear the bag thing. The bag. And I swear, dude, I'm quoting it. I'm not going to curse, but she was
No,
like,
you can cuss. I'll beep it. I'll beep it. Yeah.
Okay. I heard in the dark, don't you put that bag over my face. I can imagine everybody stopped,
Welcome to Creepalachia. Halloween is over, but it never ends in this studio. And what better way to celebrate November than a full haunted horror house review show with my man, Spanish Lumberjack, a.k.a. Hoovy, a.k.a. now Appalachian Haunt Finder.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's Spanish Lumberjack presents Appalachian Haunt Finder. Y'all find it on Facebook. Where else yet?
Facebook. I haven't created the TikTok page yet, but it will be created. But right now, I'm actually just showing all our Appalachia Haunt Finder videos and pics on the Spanish Lumberjack platform.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And those who know Hoovy knows that he was on the show before, and we did episodes specifically on the paranormal trail, which was fun. And it was so fun that we said, we got to do this again. And then come to find out, he is a horror house aficionado. So
that's right.
Here we are. So how was this season overall? Let's start there.
Oh, man, I didn't want it at the end. It is so good. So much fun. There's the majority of them has midways now. That's the new thing. It's an area where all the haunt enthusiasts, haunted house goers can go and mingle, listen to music. They'll have activities, axe throwing, face painting, live music, fire jugglers, they'll have food trucks, merch booths, so the majority of them, I see this happening every year. It's getting bigger and bigger. And that's what you want, to keep the people entertained while they're in line waiting.
Sure, yeah. And we have a list here. Let's run through the list. The label says 13 because that's the show's lucky number, but actually you went to 14 and actually 15, which you'll explain.
Right.
But what's your list we're going to go over today?
We want to go what we went to in order from the beginning.
Let's just do in order. There's not necessarily any ranking. I mean, we'll be honest, but yeah, just tell me.
I still haven't ranked anything yet because the season just ended yesterday.
Perfect. Well, you'll have to follow him on Facebook and make sure when he does that. But yeah, we're just going to give overviews. So what's the list looking like?
Well, let's see. We started off. Let me pull it up here.
Which I went to, I can bring two to this mix. I went to Fright Nights early. It was like the second weekend, I think. And then we went to Halloween Horror Nights in Universal. So I'll have full critiques about those too. That's
so
on
envious.
Top of everything.
I was jealous, envious, everything you want to call it. I was sitting there watching your pics and videos, and I was like, that was supposed to be me and Kim this year.
Yeah. I'm going to give a fully honest review, and you may be shocked. We had a great time. I'll say that. I'm very grateful to have been able to go, but I'll give a full review. And my argument for why I think people in West Virginia are doing it better. Not only better, but way better. Mm-hmm. I'll just say that. Now, it was fun. I don't want to sound like a little spoiled jerk. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, which the only one we got to go to was Fright Nights. I'm going to try and make it to Miller's Haunted Farm next year. But man, it was incredible.
I got to do a full walkthrough with them, behind the scenes walkthrough.
I saw
with
that.
Miller's. I posted just one little clip, but it was maybe an hour and a half long. As us walking through and him explaining everything. Ron and his son Berkeley. Great bunch, man.
Yeah.
Awesome family. I've known them now. I think me and Ron was talking about, this is their 11th year. I was there on year 1 when it was just all corn maze.
Right.
And then he had several years where he had to cancel because bears were destroying his corn maze.
Oh, wow.
And I'd call him up every season and be like, Ron, man, you having a corn maze, you know? He's like, no, we're not. And it was the worst news ever for me.
Yeah, Ron came on the show. He's super nice dude. A real cool story, too, how it's like a family-run thing.
Right. Most of them are.
Yeah.
Most of them are.
Yeah. So, all right, run through the list there.
All right, man. Fear on the Farm in St. Albans, West Virginia. Fear on the Farm.
I guess we won't, let's just break each one down as we go so people will keep guessing. Like, I wonder if this one's on there. So Fear on the Farm, I don't know much about it. Tell me about it.
Well, it's ran by my good friend Lee. Lee, if you could pull it up here.
Sure. Fear on the Farm site here. So it is, where's it located?
In St. Albans.
St. Albans.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, Bloody Mary's Dark Realm. Lee dabbles in everything, man. He has his hands in wrestling. He's got a dance studio. He has this haunt thing going on here it's been going on for many years.
So Dark Realm was the theme this year?
I believe so. It was Bloody Mary's Dark Realm. They had, I believe it was, there's a blindfold haunt. I don't know if it was going under the VIP or not, but you'd have to pay for extra. It was blindfold. They blindfold you and lead you through this haunt in complete darkness.
That sounds
it was fun. Dude.
Awful. Was it fun?
The only thing you had to get, the only thing that guided you through was a rope.
Right.
So you'd be pulling this rope, you know.
That adds a new layer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. They got so they have a few different ones. They have Bloody Mary's Dark Realm. They've got Weeping Willow Insane Asylum. It looks like what's Mysterious Mansion? Oh, virtual reality. So they have all kinds of stuff.
They have a coffin.
Do they have a midway like
they have
you
a
was talking about?
coffin ride? No, he doesn't have a. Well, it kind of, in a sense, yes, he does. He has an area where you could take pictures and stuff. Some small activities. It branches off to his merch booth, so you can hang out and mingle in that area. And they have loud music playing. Some line actors, you know, they have a few line actors that come out and, you know, sneak up on you and whatnot, but not per se a real true midway. But, you know, Lee's always, he's not trying to be like anybody else. He's trying to be himself, you know. Fear on the Farm, they're really good on originality. So
yeah,
he changes it up a lot, man. He changed it up a lot this year. We went to him last year. This year was changed.
Yeah, it looks like it's got Bloody Mary's Makeup Workshop, $38 ticket. Bloody Mary Dark Realm is $27. The Last Day Weeping Willow, $17. Bow and arrow shoot game. That's fun. 3 minutes or die. Is that like an escape room type?
That must be. Yep.
Okay,
I never did get to do it. I did do the coffin ride.
Gotcha. Coffin.
You step inside this thing, you lay down, and it jumps and bounces around and blasts air inside the coffin there with you, you know. And if anybody's claustrophobic, man, this is not for them. Kim actually got in there with me, and she was kind of midway panicked the whole time, holding on to me. Both of us was in there. I was laughing and having a good old time, but I could tell she wasn't enjoying it.
Sure, yeah.
You know, how
long can you expect to spend here? Like, how long should you slot out if someone's
at
planning
least an hour, man? At least an hour. Yeah, it's a 35, 45 minute walk through, you know, the haunted house. If you go through all of them, I mean, it's easily an hour that you're going to spend time there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Prices are good. I mean, his merch is awesome.
What was the crowd like?
No, this was our first one. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at the second or third week of September when we went. So it was not a whole lot of people there, but that doesn't say anything. You got to think a lot of people don't get ready for Halloween unless you're diehard like me or something. You know?
Right.
You know, any of these other people, they're probably after October, they're ready to go to a haunted house. So 2 weeks into September, 3 weeks into September, the lines were real short, man. We walked right up to it, and I think we didn't even wait 5 minutes.
Well, that's good.
Of course, we hung out before we went in there and talked with Lee and Krista and his dad.
Sure. So What specific notes should we know? So you mentioned they have the blindfold option. They have, if you're claustrophobic, definitely don't do that option.
Right.
How many haunt
Right.
actors do they have?
I think, Lee might have told me, going to so many, I don't want to get it mixed up, but I know it seems to me he probably had a good 30, 35 people there or more.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. That's just scare actors probably.
Awesome.
If there was, there is no way you could pop up. We'd have to scroll through that Facebook page.
Let me see if I can find.
Because I had a lot, in the reviews there, I just described a lot of things that stood out.
Sure. Yeah. So you got photos on your Facebook page,
Right. And you go all the way down.
Okay.
It's just one season, so it'd be all the way at the beginning.
All good.
Yeah, that's about 14 hunts worth. There you go.
Let's see.
There you go. Fear on the Farm. See, that's our friend Krista there. She's involved running the hunt with Lee.
Oh, nice.
One of the scare actors there. Yeah, that's some
nice
kind
clowns.
of, well,
Always a plus.
yeah, that's it might be some kind of activity you could do there. It was in a booth, right there in that back hallway. Yeah, go scroll back there. Do you want that is a cat's head.
Where at?
In a jar. That next picture
Oh.
back. That is a real legit cat's head.
Is it a fake one?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
That was in the jar.
Surely that's fake.
Dude, that's a real head. That is a real
That
head
can't-
and embalming fluid or alcohol or something like that. Yeah,
They can't look that pristine.
dude, it really does. I asked him about it. Yeah.
Oh, poor kitty.
Poor kitty. Yeah. I'm a cat guy.
Yeah.
More so than a dog guy. When I saw that, I just couldn't quit looking at it. I was like, man, that's pretty rough.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's fake. Surely. It can't. No way. It's kept in that good a shape. All right. So pretty good time. What was the second stop this
The
year?
second stop, it was
Maniac Mountain or no Sanator?
12th Pole. That was Saturday. 12th Pole Manor.
Awesome.
That's in Wayne, West Virginia.
It's like a set of townhouses or what is it?
It's actually a real home. It's got some dark past history to it. Like, I know they found some photographs or something, some pretty creepy photographs in the attic. I heard that part of the story.
Oh, okay. I got you. So
Yeah,
it's not a newer building.
No, it's not a newer building. This is actually out of an old home. It's been there. It's got some paranormal activity in it.
Okay. So
And they've turned it into a haunted attraction.
Gotcha. What's the concept here?
It's more like there is a movie that's based on 12 Pole Manor. Also, it's kind of like these pig face characters, kind of horror theme, gore, axe, chainsaw wielding kind of background to this.
Right.
That the real history story, like what it's kind of based around, I don't want to, mess it up or twist it because I just got bits and pieces of it, but it's a good place, man. Travis Robinson runs this place.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else is involved, but Travis, I let him know every time I'm coming, and they have a lot of people that's involved over the years with 12 Pole Manor. They have a good makeup crew, FX, Sam Hodge, who's also in the horror movies. He's like a legit producer, movie director.
Right.
Joanna Hodge, his wife, they're involved. She's an actress. She just recently started in a movie. They directed and produced their own movie, Redhead.
Oh, nice.
And it's a gore movie, and they're in process of making two. And Sam and Travis are real good buddies. I think this year they did a guest acting because they used to be doing it full time before they got into the movies and stuff like that. So Sam and Joanna showed up this year, I think the following weekend after I went, and did their little guest actor there. So, that would have been a good night. I'd love to come and, see those guys.
Yes, looks great. A lot of really good sets.
Look at that nasty toilet.
How long has this been open?
12 pole, I think. I don't know, 8 or 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not real sure. I've been going there at least the last 6.
Yeah.
And I noticed several years they were on my radar before I started going 6 years ago. So they could be 8 or 9 years. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's really solid. Looks like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
Right. It's pretty gory, man. It's fun. I love to go every year. I have tons of merch from them. If I go to a haunted house and I leave with a beanie or a shirt, then I liked it.
Right.
I'm not going to represent a haunt that really didn't impress me. I would probably buy one if I knew the owners really well and wanted to show them my support, but I'm showing also my support by coming and talking to them and posting reviews and stuff like that. But if it's something I really, really liked, I'd like to buy merch. And,
yeah, man, got to take care of the place, pay the bills. So the tickets, let's see, there's a fast pass option, which was 27 or hang on, let me make sure I tell you correctly. All right. So prices for 12 pole, it looks like there's 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
You got one with merch and then wait. Oh, these are merch options. Okay, I think I'm looking at t-shirts. Here it says option 1 and option 2 and it has 2 different designs. They had
one complete walkthrough. Okay, so when you show up, it's that you see the building like that right there,
right,
and the lines are in front, and the merch booth and ticket booth is on the right, and then you just stand in line. You do have fast pass. Me and Kim very rarely buy fast pass because we like to hang out and take pictures. So, meet some of the line actors and stuff. You get fast pass, you kind of like skip a lot of that.
Sure.
And, of course, we'll accept fast passes if a haunt decide to give us one. This day, we paid for dinner and we stood in line and joked around with Grandma. Grandma's on here. I have a picture of Grandma also on Facebook. It was a line actor. Hilarious, dude. She was hilarious. Kept everybody in line laughing.
Yeah.
She had some, she was like, you want some hand sanitizer or gel or something like that? She was putting it on. I was like, yeah, let me have some of that. And she gave it to me. It wasn't hand sanitizer or gel. It was lube.
Oh, God.
Right out of her purse. And I could not get this stuff off my hand.
That would be awful.
So Grandma was funny, dude. She was.
Don't get the hand sanitizer.
Yeah. Don't get the hand
That's
sanitizer.
The note, yeah. Well, good deal. So good time. How many people still? Was this your second visit?
This is our second visit. Same. It was the same weekend. So second, third week of September, the 12 pole. And it doesn't matter whether, a lot of people say, hey, long line waits equals great haunts. That's not true. In this case, we're here early. The line was short. Fantastic haunt. You know. So it doesn't always mean the case, if it's a short line, it's not real good. That's never the case, man.
Good deal. So highly recommend 12 Pole Manor. Where'd you head next? Did you do 3 in one weekend or?
No, we've done that one. We've done that, I believe the second or third week of October, we had 3 scheduled. It was one we visited on Sunday. This was the following week, probably maybe the last week of September. And we went to, pull it up here again. It was Peck's Mill Haunted Trail.
Peck's Mill Haunted
Trail.
Let's see what we got here.
Peck's Mill Haunted Trail. That's wearing my merch there. There you go.
Okay.
That's one of the haunt owners there, Missy, I believe, to my left.
I got you. And they're on Facebook, Peck's Mill Haunted Trail.
Peck's Mill Haunted Trail. And that is, I want to say Sludge, maybe? Sludge Clown? Sludge? I hope
Sludge
I got
sounds great.
Sludge. I hope I got that right.
It's got to be
let
close.
me know if he watches this. He'd be like, "You got my name wrong."
Got to be close.
That's that is one of the pictures there. As we came out, it was after we walked through the VIP, which was insane. It's a separate haunt that they have there. It's extra to the walk to the haunted trail.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys, there's like a little small actor there on that one behind us on his shoulders there.
Gotcha.
You looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5 clowns that was in that VIP room with us, scaring the bejesus out of us, man. It was. I want to describe a VIP. If anybody likes a full-on touch haunt, that is full-on touch. The lights are out. You're blindfolded. And this is at Peck's Mill Haunted Trail. They're VIP. They bounded us to a gurney, hospital gurney, legs bounded, arms to your side, and then they were dumping like what feels like snakes, wet, slimy snakes on your face and all over your neck.
Right.
And you're strapped to this gurney. Now, I've been in haunts similar to this, but I didn't have my legs bound. I had my arms and everything was bound, and one probably holding me down. But when they strapped my legs in, that just opened up a new fear.
Right.
Because then I felt totally helpless. And snakes don't scare me. I'll pick up a black snake or a garter snake, out in the woods, but you got to sit here and think, oh, it's not real snakes. It's probably wet, slimy worms or something. It's plastic worms or whatever, but it felt like real snakes, man. And then they dangled something. My eyes are blindfolded, so I don't know what it was. Something over my face lightly. It felt like, and they said it was spiders. You're like, oh, you scared of spiders? You want some spiders, huh? And it was something they was putting on my face. This felt like real spider legs, man. All over your face, little baby spiders.
Sounds borderline McCamey Manor stuff.
Dude, it was kind of borderline. It really was. I had a wet, moldy pillow stuffed over my face for quick 2 seconds, man. Any longer, it would have been like, it would have scared anybody.
Right.
And it was just 2 seconds, but it was wet. It was a pillow. And I was like, oh, man, I could have done without that. And then they broke out the bag, dude. The same thing. Right after the pillow, it was a bag on top of your face for a quick second. Yeah. Bounded, dude, to this gurney. Right after the snakes and spiders.
Do they have both options?
Kim was experiencing the same thing across the room. And this is what makes this story so funny, because I posted this in the review. And I hear Kim screaming, and I knew what I was going through, so I automatically just kicked into this survival gear, like for her.
Right.
So I was screaming in the complete darkness, blindfolded. Kim, are you okay? Talk to me, And she was real quiet. And then I heard her say, "Yeah, I'm fine," And then you hear the bag thing, and I swear, dude, this is I'm quoting it. I'm not going to curse, but she was
no, you can cuss. I'll beep it. Yeah.
Okay. I heard in the dark, "Don't you put that bag over my face." I can imagine everybody stopped, and right after that, they didn't say anything to us right after that, but I was kind of laughing. I knew she was alive after I heard that.
Right.
And I was like, okay, Kim's being Kim, they're about to bring out the Brock Lesnar side in her, And they might come running out of there,
Yeah, Jenna would burn the place down. Like, she would not be about that life.
They spun us around in this gurney. They let us out. And part of that VIP, that they were like, okay, you cannot look through your blindfold, but we're going to let you be. And, they're going to walk you around by this rope, kind of very similar to Fear on the Farm. And you're pulling yourself out of this maze, haunted house. Things are happening all around you. I was trying to grab a hold of her. There was somebody grabbing my hand, pulling me off the rope.
Right.
In the room and spinning around, even dancing with me, holding both of my hands and dancing with me, trying to keep me separate from Kim. I just wanted to stay close to Kim because I was more worried about her.
Sure.
And they were just trying to keep us separated. And so that sort of thing right there is going to kind of increase, some anxiety.
Oh, 100%. Do they have like a option that's touchless, Or
yes,
is it just
yes, the haunted trail. The haunted trail is touchless. We did sign a waiver. It's a waiver haunt. So when you get there, you sign a waiver. Peck's Mill Haunted Trail.
Peck's Mill
Yep,
Haunted Trail.
It's named after the town. There's actually a town, Peck's Mill. Now, this would be, I'm telling you, this would be a great spot to visit for a future podcast. And the reason for it is because there's actually real murders done in a cabin on this trail. It's part of it's on property. It's
Which
called
cabin?
the Murder House. It's a murder house, not the cabin in
not 13.
Babcock.
Okay,
not Babcock.
Gotcha.
This is a cabin. It's a house kind of old looking, dilapidated house, man. It's abandoned.
Right.
And it's on this property in Peck's Mill, and it's part of this haunted trail. And they dubbed it, it's not folklore, it's real history here as the murder house. And it's a man that maybe murdered 2 individuals. So
right.
Look at that makeup, man.
Yeah, it's really
Look
solid
at that makeup. We actually commented on the nun in here. The nun was phenomenal, dude. We met up with her somewhere in the haunted house, and she was super quiet, all up in your face, looking like that.
Right. Shout out to the Hillbilly Files Legends and Locations. We're looking at your little visit video here.
Yeah, old Sludge. I think that's Sludge there, and Missy.
Sludge and Missy.
Yeah. Man,
Cool.
but this is like a new haunt family for us. This is the very first time me and Kim has went and visited them, and they have been on my radar for the last 2 years. Last 2 years, I saw them last year and the year before, and I put them off. They invited me on Appalachia Haunt Finder. Hey, come visit us. That right there sparked. All right, you know what? I'm gonna give these people a shot.
Nice.
And
do you know what the cost is? I don't know if they have a website set up yet.
No, I don't. They blessed us with tickets. They're just one of the haunts that blessed us with tickets, and
nice.
And we got to experience the full VIP. Their hospitality, they extended this warm friendship between us. It just, I can't say anything bad about this haunt. They were really awesome. There's I don't know if you're familiar if you go to these haunts, but there's a lot of haunts that has an inflatable wall. It pushes together and you got to squeeze your way through.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. One of those. Now, everybody goes through these. It's very similar, always the same, correct? As I was getting ready to go through this inflatable wall, Michael Myers comes busting out of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, clicking ankles with me, or hit me in the shin with his boot. He was that close, dude. Literally just busted out in my face as I was getting ready to squeeze through. I've never had that happen before.
Yeah.
And he was wielding his big old knife.
Nice.
Come out of the inflatable, wielding a knife, bump knees with me, and it scared me. I screamed like a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That right there is different. So if you take something very similar that a lot of haunts have, maybe twist it, put your own little touch of originality to it. Hey, why not have Michael Myers come busting out right before people go in it?
Yeah, Jenna hates those things too. That's her worst nightmare. But yeah, you just got to keep on walking, and I can imagine something popping out of it would be.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
surprising.
Don't like those because it's pressing your face together, and you got to think about hygiene and whatnot.
Oh yeah, a lot of people go through
there. So when I
go
through it, I turn my back and let the back of my head break.
That's a good idea.
There. That way my face is not rubbing against the side. I done it one time years ago, and it was nasty wet. I was like, oh, it could have been somebody else's spit. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you think hundreds of people going through there every day. It can't be good for you.
No. Best way, future, reference, guys. If you go through that, turn your back.
That's a really good idea. All right, Peck's Mill. Check it out. Was Maniac Mountain next?
I believe so.
Let's see. We got Maniac Mountain and we got St. Albans.
It was Peck's Mill, and then you had Maniac Mountain.
Okay.
Maniac Mountain.
Where is this lovely establishment located?
It's in Buchanan, West Virginia.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Buchanan, West Virginia.
Maniac Mountain.
Which is only like a 2-hour drive from Beckley. It's not bad.
Yeah, I love this because I haven't heard of a lot of these. Well, it's really the only ones I heard of was Fright Nights and Miller's.
And I know each and every haunt, JD, would love to have you there and visit.
I'll be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah,
I've already seen what you've done.
We did
Fright Nights.
We did Fright Nights. I've done a good little video. I hope to. I'm gonna try to do at least Miller's next year, and then we went to Universal and I took a little video. I haven't put the videos together, but
I thought you did another local one.
No,
was it not 12 pole?
Nope, I haven't. I've never been. I've heard of 12 pole before this show, but I haven't been there either.
Maniac Mountain.
One day, Maniac Mountain, though, I have not heard of
all right, so they're set up very similar like a scare ground. Now, there's you got haunted houses, and then you have scare grounds.
Okay.
The difference between a haunted house attraction and scare grounds is that scare grounds covers more acreage, and they're separate haunts at least a distance from each other, meaning you're going to have to walk to these, and as you walk, they're going to have, kind of like midways. It's all going to, a scare grounds is going to have, it's going to be connected by a midway. And in the midway, you're going to have food vendors, merch vendors, activities, axe throwing, fire pits, picnic tables, places people could sit, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to that. And they have these three haunts here: haunted house, cornfield, and death metal. Now, I did not know anything about Maniac Mountain. That's crazy because it's in our own home state of West Virginia, and it's just 2 hours away in Buchanan. And I used to work a lot in Buchanan. I did some work in Buchanan. Never even heard about this place. Found out about it last year. I think last year I had them rated number 2, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3. I can't remember. I put it down, but what really stood out to me was death metal. That's what made me want to go again this year and be like, all right, this is a new haunt to us. We went last year. Let's try them again this year.
Right.
See if they're just as good or better 2 years in a row. You do that a lot when you visit multiple haunts. So you want to keep them on the same list. See if they're continuous. See if they're consistent with the scares and makeup, or we just happen to visit them on a good year. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Maniac Mountain, this year, death metal didn't stand out to me. It was good. It was great. But it's weird how the corn maze, the first year corn maze wasn't so great. Death metal was better. This year, corn maze stood out to me tremendously, man. Oh, man.
What was unique about it?
The corn maze? So original and basic, but it got me, man. It was, you come around, the corn was really tall. It was foggy out there. It was good. The atmosphere was great. It was a good, clear, crisp night. It was an actor, a clown or something on the ground. As soon as I come around the tall corn, he was just right there. And he shined a light and an air horn. So a bullhorn, like a big bullhorn and a light at your feet. And I did the Pied Piper, I jumped 2 or 3 feet up in the air, and that's all it took, man. That right there, I love jump scares. So original and basic, but it was great timing. He found a great space to come and jump out and do something. So, if it was more in your face, maybe not so much, but at your feet, that makes you jump. For some reason, it makes me jump more.
Yeah.
And we continue walking through, and that was a great jump scare, but it wasn't what awed me. What awed me was they had this huge factory building you walk in the corn maze. So haunted houses, little haunted buildings.
Right.
That's in the corn maze. So you come out of a corn maze into this building. There was like junked up cars, and then you had these 10, 12-foot skeletons, like the big skeletons you see in people's yards, but more high caliber,
right?
More geared for haunt industry, something you see at Trans World.
Nice.
Several of them, maybe like 4 of them, all around in this big factory-looking building. It could have been like a big metal barn house or something in this cornfield, but it was tall enough to have these 12-foot skeletons looking down on you. And then as you're like looking around the set and the atmosphere, they had corn in there. They had these like old junked up cars, multiple colored lights. And as you're looking around, then you see this pinhead looking, oh man, it was more like a crow, some kind of evil looking crow / pinhead. That's all I can say, man. With the beak, but pins coming out of it. And he had to be on stilts because he was almost as tall as a skeleton, standing there stiff as can be. And as soon as you saw him, you think it's another prop. Nah. Then he comes down, kind of, I don't know how he didn't fall, because when you're on those stilts and you can come down like you're going to attack you, lay hands on you from that height, you would think he would fall, but he didn't, man. But as he came down like that and you're looking around, it was a great scare, man. That stood out to me.
Heck yeah. So highly recommend?
Yeah, definitely highly recommend Maniac Manor.
Now, Scare Zones used to talking about that. They had that at Universal. Like you go through certain sections of the park, because basically how they would do it is they run everyone out at 6 p.m. and then you get your wristband to stay in. And then they have all the haunted houses set up like where they film movies. They set up haunted houses in the studios. So you go to different studios. Some of them are set up in high tunnels. They had like really big high tunnels. Like they had
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They had 10 haunted houses. So they had Fallout, Jason Universe, Terrifier, WWE. There's a wrestler that
WWE.
They have a wrestler that has like a haunt theme.
A wrestling haunt thing?
Yeah.
That's different.
Let me think.
I've noticed a lot of wrestlers
Wyatt Six
do there a lot of haunt actors are wrestlers, like amateur wrestlers, and it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I could see that. And they had let me think which other ones. They had Five Nights at Freddy's. My daughter loved was real hyped about that. And they had 5 originals. So they had like ones they've had there every year is like Dolls of the Dead and Graves of the Flesh, and
there's always something creepy with dolls, is there not?
Yeah.
I've been in some haunts where you walk into a doll room, and I'm talking about dolls galore, and it's always in a kind of wet, moldy room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. These, man, I tell you, dude, it was very commercialized. I'm so grateful to be there. First off, if you ever go, get the fast pass, because if not, there's 10 houses.
No
if you're
way
trying to do it in
all.
one night, there's no way. We did 10 in 4 hours.
I know what you're talking about, because have you heard of Scare Winds?
Yeah.
Scare Winds?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, set up just like Horror Nights. Horror Nights is on a bigger scale, of course, because Universal Studios.
The props were incredible.
Yes. Scare Winds, they have scare zones. If you go to King's Dominion or what's that one that's in Black Busch Gardens?
Mm-hmm.
King's Dominion, Cedar Point, all the Six Flags, they all have, like, they turn their attraction into haunted houses, and they're broke up by scare zones. That's funny you say scare zones, because it's been a while since I've heard that term.
Yeah, they have so that in the scare zones they'd had like one that was like witches. So there'd be a bunch of cats running around in these awesome looking costumes.
Like real cats?
No, like they look awesome.
That would be cool though, wouldn't it? Like you're going through and a lot of bunch of black cats.
They got little animatronics.
Around.
They have little animatronics and a bunch of meows and stuff. And then you can tell the crew like took pictures of their own cats and put them in different places.
Right.
But they had a Sphinx cats with the costume on running around, which we have 4 of them, so that was really cool. But they had that, and then they had a place with chainsaws and a few different things. But basically, every haunted house is essentially the same thing. It's a maze, and they run people through. I'm talking like cattle. You're just going. It's like, okay, it's your turn. And then you all just walk through like ducks in a row, going through this maze. You get a scare every 7 seconds. Someone jumps out, and you just walk through.
Fast paced. It's fast.
Oh yeah, you just gotta. It's just a walk. You walk all the way, and it's literally. Which I guess there's no other way you could possibly do it because it's like Terrifier, for instance, 3-hour wait. 3 hours to wait in this line.
What's that character on the left there?
That's Fallout. Yeah, he's a character.
Why does he look so familiar? Is that a movie character?
Yeah, he's a real actor, but you can tell who it. So the actor is hang on. He was in you ever watched the Righteous? Oh shoot. There's a comedy show where they play televangelists. Hold on, actor in Fallout. It's on HBO. Yeah, Walter Goggins.
Oh, that dude looks. Yeah. He plays in a lot of good movies. He plays a bad guy in a lot of his movies, don't he?
Yeah, he does. But like I'll bring up Terrifier, for instance, Terrifier or Haunted House, and that was probably my favorite. But every single one of them, these people probably illegally recorded this because I mean they have people watching you. Like there's no way, but you'll see you just walk through. And everything looks amazing. Like it looks incredible.
That looks like it's off a chest cam.
And the artists, yeah, probably.
Yeah, off a GoPro, like a chest.
The artists, you can tell, are really did incredible work. Like, and they have all the Art the Clowns looks just like Art the Clown. Like it's legit.
Oh,
but dude,
cool.
It just feels like It just feels like a money grab. But the artist portion of it, like it's very, very cool to look at. But there's the experience there. Like I highly recommend you try it at least once. But but Fright Nights slayed this.
Really?
Oh yes, dude. Like just because you can tell that people really tried to offer this unique experience. Now in this, literally you're just walking through a maze. Like, but again, there's no other way to do it. Like you can't run millions of people through all these haunted houses without it, just keeping people going.
And you liked Fright Nights better than this portion.
1,000%.
That's crazy, dude. Isn't that great? It's from our hometown area, you know, and you have Ashley and John Christian just bringing that haunt to life.
I'm a little, which I may be a little biased because Ashley and John are the best and they're good friends. And John is just incredible, talented soul.
Dude, genius.
But they did this with millions of dollars and, the best effects artists in the world. Like, of course it's going to look amazing. But to me, like if you go and you don't get the fast pass, it's not worth going. Because you're in lines that literally it looks like you're at, pick anywhere. It just looks like you're in cages, lined up, people, thousands and thousands of people, and you just sit there and you got to wait 3 hours to just walk through this thing that takes about 7 minutes.
And you guys did have fast passes.
Oh yeah, we ran the gauntlet in 4 hours. But that's only because we couldn't have done it without a fast pass.
The gauntlet is like all 10 haunts.
I'm just saying, I'll call it the gauntlet. Like we done the whole thing.
Right.
And my daughter went, which, judge me, whatever. She's 11. But I was real proud of her because she was kind of psyched out at first. But then when she started walking through it, she was like, this is cool and all, but like, this is not what I thought it would be. Like it's not as scary as I thought it'd be. Because literally it's like you go through every 7 seconds is a jump scare. But it's worth it just for the artist work that you get to see.
Looks like there's an art clown every 10 feet.
Yeah.
Is it so?
Art the Clown, every 10 feet, Art the Clown jumps out with like a saw and goes,
They all look just as good as all the others.
Oh, they all look like like Art the Clown.
They do. I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure that they, and I'm sure people, I hope they got paid well. I mean, but you'd see them like, they would cipher in. But too, like, here you just have the one talent that plays the one character.
Mhm.
Here, people were like siphoning in and out, going on smoke breaks, and doing the whole thing.
That is cool. Art holding a chainsaw in a Santa suit.
Yeah, yeah. It
Look
was
at that room. There's something about Halloween and Christmas, man. There's several haunts that had Christmas lights this year and Christmas rooms themed with Christmas trees and stuff like that. Dude, that Christmas blended in with Halloween. There's something about it, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, you got horror movies have incorporated Christmas since back in the day. Like they had the movie Black Christmas, and
yes, Black Christmas.
they have who's the devil?
Krampus.
Krampus.
You got Krampus, and there's a lot of Krampus walks and stuff like that haunts do during December. So we got quite a few. Me and Kim's gonna go quite a few this year.
Yeah. And I tell you too, we'll talk about costs. So this was like,
I was just going to ask you what. I know the original general mission is outrageous. So Fast Pass.
Let me look it up so I'll tell you correctly. And no one gives a crap if I came or not. Like we had to pay retail. Halloween Horror Nights Universal. And I like all this being said, it was incredible experience, but it to me, it didn't hold a candle to Friday Nights.
And that is very possible too, man. I've seen a lot of local small haunts that are just as good as these big high caliber haunts, man.
Yeah.
Maybe these high caliber haunts have better sets and better animatronics, but out of smaller haunts, you can get better scares. I've seen some that's just so creepy and small that I would much rather. I mean, there is two different types of haunts. I love going to a haunt and seeing so much eye candy and cool sets and just awesome animatronics. And then there's another part where I like the dark rooms, dark mazes, something jumping out, strobe lights, the really heart-pounding, scary moments.
Yeah.
So, it just depends what you like to see.
See here, like, it was $900.
Holy cow.
For the express pass. And that's if you want to see all the haunted houses. And if you go, this is the only way I would ever go, is if you have it.
So express pass is a fast pass.
Yeah, essentially. And it literally matters. Like you could run right through these haunted houses in 10 minutes.
How long are these haunted houses?
It's like 5 to 8 minutes.
That's it?
Dude, you just walk through and then, so that video, the Terrifier was 6 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And you're done.
6 minutes.
So you have people sitting for 3 hours, 180-minute wait time for 6 minutes.
6 minutes of fun.
6 minutes of, this is amazing artwork. I'm not really scared. Now, some people are more susceptible than others. Like they would be freaking out.
I'm like a kid.
It was like
on Christmas morning. So when I'm going through a haunt, you can see the smile and the excitement on my face before I even go in.
Yeah. It was great. But like, even still, like, okay, for instance, the regular ticket's $130. So that's $130. You may see 3 of the top 5 that are there that night.
I don't even know if I'm
5 nights was even longer than Terrifier.
Dude, I you know what? I would probably say a haunt that I've seen already. Well, you're saying you enjoyed Fright Nights better than Horror Nights, or at least during the art.
Oh, I 1,000% enjoyed it way more. But I enjoyed this just because it was really cool to be able to do it and to go. But as far as the passion in the experience, see, look, this 5 nights walkthrough takes 5 minutes.
We're going to...
Now, granted, it was incredible.
5 Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, 5 Nights at Freddy's.
And this is based after the movie?
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's legit. Like, you're literally in the movie.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't want to short sell it. It's Universal Studios. Everything looks like you could set up a camera and shoot a movie anywhere you go in these places.
Now I see people going through the line holding their phones up. They're not taking their phones or not.
They usually do now.
That person was holding the phone up.
Yeah,
it might be they're filming this, so it might be maybe a reviewer or something. Somebody got permission to walk. Yeah, see, walk through. So they apparently got permission to film. That's
but it was great. It looked really cool, but it's like, to me, You think about the money these people are making. I'm talking, there's probably a few 100,000 people there over the course of that weekend.
Well, we're going to touch this same topic on a haunted house that we're going to bring up later on here at the end of the list. That Halloween, that's what he wanted to do for a living. He wanted to get paid, for a living doing just Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. He gets paid doing Halloween.
That's great.
And we'll talk about that. And this haunt is just as top notch as this.
Oh,
if not better. I never hear anything about Horror Nights, Universal Studios Horror Nights being in one of the top haunts in the nation. But everybody goes to it, and other haunt owners go to it, but you never see them being ranked. So I don't know why they're not being ranked.
Well, I mean, I don't feel bad by saying like I don't think you should. I don't think listen, if I think it's a once in a lifetime experience if you have a really good nest egg set by to like, oh, I want to do this before I die. But if it's like you're saving to do this, do not do it.
Gotcha.
Is what I'm saying. Like,
gotcha.
I would not save money just to do this.
Because you can experience the same thing out of something I'm about to tell you later on for a fraction of the price.
Oh, yeah. And plus local support and people who and not that they don't enjoy what they're doing. I'm sure the artist enjoyed it, but you're not going to tell me all these actors really kind of care. They're just jumping out it's just not, it doesn't have the soul that these others have. But again, I don't want to sound like a entitled little jerk. I'm very grateful we got to go. I do think it is a one, go once. Will we go again? I don't know. I just like Halloween down there. We may. It's not to go specifically for the haunted house.
It seems like I would imagine there isn't some, unless they bought season tickets and there's locals going to this thing all the time. I don't see someone from out of state coming every year. You know what I mean?
No.
I know people go Scare Winds a lot. They go to Scare Winds every year, and I'm like,
yeah,
Scare Winds is not even. That's probably Scare Winds is probably half that price. They're probably like $80 tickets. I don't know. It's been years since I've been to Scare Winds.
I would say Scare Winds is comparable. I've never went, but
it was good when I went. Yeah. They had, I would think, maybe close to 10 haunted houses with a bunch of scare zones, and they were all good, but I didn't get the fast pass, and I wished I would have, because we waited during it was a whole day. We had to get there when it opened, and I think we hit every haunted house, but we waited. We might have missed one. I don't know. Like I said, it was probably 10 years ago or longer since I've been to Scare Winds.
Yeah.
Might be 12 or 13 years. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to put, I took a little video, so I'm going to put it together that everybody can watch. But yeah, there's my review. I mean, if it's, rank out of 10, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, but the cost is not worth it.
It plays a huge factor. It really does. It really does.
Dude, you have a family of 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not your kids 4, they get a free express pass.
It's a legit vacation. It's a legit vacation. People have to go on a vacation to experience this.
That's mainly it. Now I tell you, Epic Universe, wow. It's worth, if you go.
What is Epic Universe?
Epic Universe is their new island that they built, where it has 5 sections. So they have Super Nintendo World, they have Harry Potter's Wizard World,
Wizarding World,
World of Wizardry, or something like that. They have Dark Universe, which is all the Universal Studios monsters. They got rides at each one of these places. It is phenomenal. They have these big portal tunnels that you go in, and they have it set up to where if you go like Super Nintendo World, for instance, you go through you can't see them from the outside. You just see the portal and the details. You walk through the portal, you go up this escalator, and you come out, and it's like you walk into the video game. I'm not even It's insane how much detail they put into Super Mario World. It's nuts. So if you go to Universal Studios, make it a 2-day thing. Go to Epic Universe both days. Of course, Universal Studios is great.
I had no idea that they had something like this.
Dude, I love Universal Studios.
I've only heard of the Harry Potter.
Now, Harry Potter's in Universal Studios. That's awesome too. That's a whole thing too.
Oh, so that's separate from the one you're talking about?
They built a whole new Universal Studios.
Okay.
Across from the other one and called it Epic Universe.
Yeah, okay. All that is just new to me.
It's all new stuff. Took him 6 years to build it.
Wow.
And they I'm telling you, there isn't one square inch of that place that you walk that you don't hear a soundtrack. You go in each bathroom in each world. The sinks, the way you dry your hands, like what you're hearing, everything is so meticulously chosen for that specific world. Like, it is incredible. That alone is worth the trip. And then if you go during Halloween Horror Nights, go. If you have the spare.
I didn't know there was so much involved, man.
Oh yeah, man.
You know,
it's I mean, you walk in, if you're a big Mario fan and you go into that Super Nintendo world, I mean, you almost start crying. I bet that was kind of nostalgic.
Oh
yeah, dude. I mean, literally,
it just reminded you so much of.
I don't know how they did it.
The 90s.
I don't know how they did it. I went up there and walk out, and it's like, and you just look around and you're like, someone finally did it. I don't know how, but they put the video game right here, and you're in it. And each place has rides, and Super Nintendo World is probably the most impressive
out of all of them.
But Dark Universe is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's open year round. So they have a killer Frankenstein ride that I rode. It's like you got animatronics, and they have this real cool way they built this little lift system.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worth the loan just to go to that. But anyway, there's my Epic Universe review. Halloween Horror Nights. Great job, y'all. Way to spend millions of dollars. But Big John, you give Big John $1,000 and he could probably make your room insane.
Yeah.
Like it's just the creativity is so much more apparent in Fright Nights than it is Universal.
I knew John when he was going to school with my baby brother, junior high and high school. Oh, and he was always hands-on with things. I mean, he had this jalopy of a vehicle. It was a hoopty, man, black. It looked like a black Cadillac or a Lincoln or something, and it had, for some reason, I want to think it had like bull horns on the front of it, and he kind of like customized it. It kind of looked like the Batmobile, and John and my baby brother had they were all holding guns and stuff and standing around this vehicle. I mean, I have this picture on my nightstand with my baby brother and John in this vehicle.
That's awesome.
And we talk about it all the time. Yeah, he was really good buddies with my baby brother.
All right.
So Maniac Mountain.
Maniac Mountain.
Oh, one good thing about Maniac Mountain that I also liked other than the cornfield, this was in the haunted house. You had the cornfield, you have the heavy metal, and then you have the haunted house. This was in the haunted house right at the end. No, scratch that. That might have been in the heavy metal. I can't remember. Okay, it was in the heavy metal haunt or the haunted house haunt on the Maniac Mountain property. It was, you go through the haunt here, and it transitioned into, you would walk into this RV. Okay. And this RV was like 70s RV. It was wet. It was moldy. It was nasty shag carpet. It had that fluffy seat and chairs and stuff, old swivel table or something. You're walking through the haunt, and then somehow you end up in this RV, and then you walk out of it. Nothing jumped out and scared us. But that right there was that creativity and originality. It's like you're walking through an old nasty RV.
That's cool.
That's appealing to me.
Yeah.
Or like a room, like like Fright Nights. This is off subject. It's not, but it's like we were talking about Fright Nights.
Mm-hmm.
They had that Blockbuster video room. You know, it's like old, like you're going through Blockbuster and the video rentals, VHS tapes and stuff like that. You know,
Yep.
that is cool. It's not scary, but it's eye candy to the person. It's like, it's the artistry, you know, it's like, wow.
And I think the midway is something to it too, because Universal didn't really have a midway. It was like literally you walk behind the park and you just see, you know, shell buildings.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. It's like you got gates and you got shell buildings.
Yeah.
Or high tunnels. And then you walk in these places and you got, you know, they had the scare zones where the park is, but to get to the haunts, you have to walk in the back and there's like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that
Just
was maybe that was part of it too.
High tunnels that connect in the scare zones.
Yeah. They put the fallout in the high tunnel, and then you'd walk back, and you just be walking behind warehouses with people, just droves of people. So they didn't have all of the accents.
Do you know that Scarewinds had their high tunnels I walked through had dangling bodies, like bodies all taped up, dangling. So you're walking through this high tunnel and they got these bodies hanging. There's people walking in both directions. And then you got scare actors inside of it scaring you as you're like moving the bodies to get through. That was pretty cool.
That's fun. Yeah, they got a bunch of that out in the park. But like right before the haunt, I think there was only one. Jason Universe was the only one that they had. It was like built in a Fast and Furious set, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, didn't have anything to do with Jason, but yeah, I mean, that stuff matters. It matters what you're feeling before you go in there because it's part of the whole experience. Yeah. But yeah. All right. Maniac Mountain. Recommend? Yes.
Highly recommend. Yep.
Heck yeah.
You're getting three times the fun there.
Nice. What's next?
The very next one, you're looking at, we had now, I can't touch base on this year, but I am going to mention it, give them an honorable mention. St. Albans Sanatorium was on our list to go.
Right.
And we stuck to schedule this year. Okay. So, you know, when you're a haunt reviewer and you're reaching out to the owners, you know, several days prior or a week prior. In this case, when I first post this schedule, the haunt owners knew, you know, 6 weeks beforehand, we decided to go. So on this day, it was canceled by weather. It was a rain cancellation. It rained really bad that weekend. So we did not replace another haunt with them. We just took the night off. I really wanted to see these guys because it's been a couple of years since I've been there.
Yeah.
Now St. Albans Sanatorium. Now this is dubbed. They have a lot of paranormal activity in this building. It is a haunted building. It does have a paranormal past. You know, you have haunt adventurers or ghost hunters. You know, you have, I don't know quite who has visited them there, but there's been multiple paranormal crews over the years that visit this building. And then you have the haunt attraction that's inside of it during the month of October. So you're getting the creep factor of a haunted building and, you know, a nice haunted attraction.
Heck yeah. Perfect recipe. Well, maybe next year.
Yep, maybe next year, but this was one that we didn't get to see, but that would have been on our list. So
good honorable mention. Where did you hit next when the weather broke?
So we went to Old Hospital in College Hill.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out too.
Our friends Tanya and Charlie Hatfield. Tanya Webb and Charlie Hatfield.
And this is a really cool building on top of a hill in Williamson.
Right. And part of the Paranormal Trail, you know, in West Virginia. West Virginia Tourism has this part or this building listed on their Paranormal Trail.
Yep. Beautiful building.
Oh, man. It was, and they did a really good. Now, last year was when we first showed up and talked and met Tanya and Charlie, and they were having it like an escape room kind of haunted hospital last year. This year, they did a legit haunted house walkthrough, and they did a wonderful job. Being their first year, dude, they did a wonderful job. And I always wanted to see inside this hospital, so I got the chance to see inside of it, and it's very creepy, man. You got the paint peeling off the walls. You got some good rooms, some bad rooms, looked really creepy. I'd like to go back. I told Tanya and Charlie that we'd like to come back and do a paranormal investigation here.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah,
I'll definitely have to make it over to this one,
dude. It's just awesome just to come on any night, and just to witness this with your own eyes. Look how creepy that looks.
What weekend was this?
This was the weekend that we went. It was October the 3rd, the first weekend of October.
Pretty good crowd.
Then again, you're looking at the very first weekend of October. So,
sure.
Yeah, kind of. It was but I'm sure they had bigger ones. This is, I think by the second weekend of October is when your crowds start getting really big. So it's great to go early to a lot of these places if you have so many in the season to hit, because there'll be shorter lines.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it looks like VIP interactive public guided tours, $40. Evening, night time paranormal tour for an hour is $40. They got a photography tour. Oh, that's cool. So you can just run around, take photos. Daytime tour, 3 p.m. Evening tour, 7 p.m. Minimum of $500. You can get married there. It's a good time. Okay, private paranormal investigations, $500 for groups of 1 to 5. Yeah, man, this is that's
not too bad, man. You come with a group of 5 or even more, and you could split that cost.
Sure, yeah. No, yeah.
For some really great memories.
Yep, for sure.
I didn't know they offered this much.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to make it over there.
Yeah.
Do a video.
Mm-hmm. I told them I had another webcast with you, and they're going to be part of it again.
Yeah.
They're on the list this year. So they were excited, man. They took care of us.
Good deal, man.
They treat us so well.
They even got a shop online. You want some merch?
Dude, I have tons of merch from them. I bought a shirt last year and a shirt this year. I support them every chance I get, man. They take care of me. We take care of them.
Beautiful place. A lot of history. All right. Where'd you head next?
Next after that was, I should have wrote this down. I'm sitting here looking off my phone. Scareview Grave School. That was the following day, Saturday, October the 4th. We went to Scareview.
That's another one I haven't heard of.
That's also a schoolhouse, and it's in St. Albans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just right down the road from Fear on the Farm. If you go early, if you start your night early, you can hit 2 haunts in the area. You can hit Fear on the Farm and Scareview.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And
good branding. Shout out whoever did the logo.
I like it a lot. It's a good place, man. They do really well there. It's a great haunt. The line actors are fabulous, dude. They have tons of line actors here that just stand in line and talk to you, mingle with you. They stay in character. So if one is rude, he's rude all the time. If one is scary, he's scary all the time. If he's funny all the time, So it's a good haunt. I've reached out to the owners and management here. This is one, unfortunately, I did not get to meet up with and talk to.
Been open a while, 2013.
Yeah.
Well, at least they've had a Facebook for that long.
And I've been going there for the past maybe 5 or 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
5 or 6 years, yeah.
So is this, do they have multiple houses, multiple themes?
It's just one big schoolhouse. It's actually a real legit schoolhouse that's bought and owned by the volunteer fire department now. I don't know if it's St. Albans Fire Department. I'm pretty sure it's a volunteer fire department. That's all I know of. And the individuals with the fire department, they may own the building or own the haunt. Like I said, I didn't really get too much info because I did reach out to them.
Their email is Westside Volunteer Fire Department. Right. Hey, good idea, y'all. Raise some money. I like it.
They do. And you can bring a canned good here for a couple bucks off, like $2 off.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they have food. You bring food, takes a couple bucks off. That's pretty cool. Look at this line, man.
Long
the night
lines.
we went there, the line was gigantuous. I have it on video. It's on my Facebook. It's on Appalachia Haunt Finder. So we did post a video. I got several reels. You're pulling these up online, but everybody knows if they go onto the webpage, they'll see pictures and videos. We just didn't have a way to bounce around on it. This right here is general idea. This line is huge. It goes all the way down the sidewalk, and it's continuous. So you enter this line, and this person is videoing this right now. They're walking up closer to the ticket booth there. That canopy is where the ticket booth is, and you purchase your ticket, and then it just continues straight on to the front entrance to the school.
Yeah.
So it's all one line.
That's nuts.
Some haunts have, where you could buy, you get in line for the tickets, and then you walk out, and then you walk into another line for entry.
Mm-hmm.
This is just one continuous line.
Yeah, that's awesome. In a way, it gives me hope for the human race that people can still wait on stuff, in an instant gratified world. Yeah. We can still go to Universal Studios and have a good time waiting for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I can't because I'm spoiled.
I don't think me and Kim did not wait. Out of 15 haunts, not one wait was longer than an hour. So we were really blessed.
I could do an hour.
Yeah.
I could do an hour.
Any more longer than that, kind of bums you out a little bit. Unless you're in a really good midway. If you're in a really good midway, it keeps you entertained until they call your group number or something, then that's great.
Yeah.
Miller's Nightmare, Ron Miller and Berkeley there has a great system going on.
They have a buzzer.
Their wait times are longer than an hour. I know we didn't wait that long this year, but you buy a fast pass, you get in pretty quick. If your general admission, there's been times, there's been a couple years ago, I waited at least 2 hours. I wasn't really happy about it. I wished I would have bought a fast pass then, and I didn't.
It means success.
Yes, but now with Miller's, he's got music going on. They have a brand new DJ booth. There's activities. There's scare actors walking around. So there's so much for you to do when you're waiting in long lines like that. That's not even, Miller's don't even have a line. They actually just a midway. You wait in the midway, and when they call your group, then you're ready to go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool when they figure out how to, because, we want them to have lines. We want them to be successful, but figuring out how to do it in a way that keeps people entertained, obviously, is going to be beneficial for everybody.
Yes. And Scareview is really great, man. As soon as you enter, they separate you in two groups. They go over the rules and regulations and stuff like that. You're sitting across from each other. Two groups are right across from each other in this big foyer. And then they branch you off into like a chicken cage, or chicken room is what they call it. And you sit down on this bench, and in front of you is chicken wire and like a fence of some kind, like a fenced wall. And while you're sitting there waiting, there's notches. There's notches at your feet through this chicken wire fence, and a chainsaw come out, man, right between at your feet while you're sitting here waiting to go through this hunt. So they're already hyping up your anxiety with the chainsaw and this chicken coop. It's pretty cool, man. I really like their layout here. It is a great hunt. I've always ranked them well when I went to go see them. I'd highly recommend Scareview.
Do they have sliders at Scarowinds? Do you know what those are?
Yes.
Okay, I've never seen those in real life. They didn't have them at Universal.
And slide and make sparks with their knees and hands and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty. It's a basic character.
I don't guess anyone
have. Terror Manor has them. Helheim haunted attraction, that one that closed down, I was telling you, that's in Withville. Uh-huh. One of my good buddies, Ryan Davis, was a slider.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if they had any around here. His
character was really cool. Ryan was great at it. He'll run up on you, slide seemed like it was like 7-10 feet, right up on you. Makes you jump a little bit. Yeah, sliders are a vital part of the new haunt industry.
Halloween Horror Nights used to have them. They quit having them because of liability. It was a few years ago.
What kind of liability?
I don't know. I don't know if someone got hurt. I don't know.
possibly couldn't stop the slide and
Yeah,
tripped
I
you.
can see how that
I
could
can
happen.
see that happen. Yeah,
They have schools for this.
Yeah,
Apparently, I've
Slider
watched a video.
school?
Yeah, they have a
Really?
school
Slider
you go
classes?
to. Yeah, man. There's some place in California that's real big. It's called, I can't remember what it's called.
Give a shout out to Ryan Davis. Ryan Davis, hit that slider school, buddy.
Heck yeah, son.
Get pro slider.
All right, so Scare View, fun and a good. You're really giving back to the community going somewhere like this. Not that you're not for every single one of them,
and you're helping your local volunteer fire
That's
department.
the big thing. Yeah, it's hard to get funds anymore. So, shout out to the local fire departments out there. Let's see.
And there's been a lot of good fire department haunts over the years. I've been to several.
Yeah, that's cool. So then you left Scareview, and then is that when you hit Fright Nights for the first time?
Fright Nights, yep. October the 10th. It was Friday, October 10th when we went there. Yep. Fright
What was your experience? I can give a little bit on this one.
Man, I did let Ashley and John Christian know I was coming, and I wanted an interview and more info on the haunt other than just going and filming and taking pictures. So they took care of us that night. I got to visit their new VIP room, which is like a lounge where you can order drinks. Of course, you know that, which is really cool. They have the open bar on the other side for anybody who wants to buy a nice haunted, spooky cocktail or whatever while they're waiting. 21 and up, of course, got to show ID. On the other side is a VIP room that had like a grassy patio with their own little fire you can stand by because it's really cold during this season, or you can go inside and sit in the lounge. It has a little window where you can order the drinks from, which is really cool. So me and Kim got to do that. I met a YouTuber and a haunt enthusiast that night. He was in town. They were... Ashley and John, Fright Nights was actually, hosting him as well that night. So they were hosting both of us.
Oh, cool.
His name is Josh on Location. So cool guy. He's been to several haunted houses. He's got a YouTube channel. Josh on Location. Follow him. Good dude. Got to talk to him.
Shout out Josh on Location.
Josh on Location.
Man, I feel lazy. I wanted to do a lot of stuff like that.
I think he's from Virginia, if
really?
I'm not mistaken. Yes. So he was only in West Virginia for a little bit. Said he hadn't been to West Virginia before. Fright Nights was his first time.
Very cool. Yeah, He's got about 8,000 subs, so let's help him out a little bit there.
Yes.
Videos look
Location.
Really cool. Awesome.
Cool,
yeah, man. I had a taco. It was called something, and it was made in a Doritos bag, and it's the first time I've ever had anything like that. And Jenna was really surprised.
There's a very popular food truck that sells. You bring your own bag of Doritos, and he just adds. He opens it up. Have you seen that?
That's fun. Well, this is called
TikTok.
Let me see what this is called so I get it right. Taco in Doritos bag.
Yeah,
it had a name because I guess taco in a bag. Walking taco.
Walking taco.
That's what it was called. So. Basically, they put all this stuff in a bag, and don't pay attention to the looks of it. It looks disgusting, but just grab a fork and dig in, and it's actually one of the better things I've ever had. So
like loaded nachos and a Doritos bag.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever had anything like that, and it was there. So
see what I saw is that this food truck was offering all the toppings. I'm talking about pulled pork, shrimp. He had just whatever you wanted to. He had cheese, there's tomatoes, lettuce, olives. He had everything. And they opened up the bag of Doritos from the side.
Nice.
Not from the top, from the side. He splits it open or cuts it with scissors. And so it's like filleted really wide open. And it was way more toppings than that.
Yeah.
And everybody in line that was coming to the food truck had their own bag of Doritos. He didn't sell the bag of Doritos. You bring your own Doritos. He supplies the toppings.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, man. And I'm sure it was amazing. They had some kind of pulled pork baked potato at this other place. And but yeah, the food trucks make it really nice. And they have a nice little seating area, and they got putt and fires, and the ambience is part of the fun with Fright Nights.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect place to have this.
Laser
Now, I'm
tag.
sure.
I think they have laser tag too.
Yeah, they got laser tag. I'm sure the neighbors are just so excited that they're there because it's for people who don't know, it's a gated community, and they built Fright Nights in a barn out there, and so there's only one way to get in. So I'm talking, when I say this place was packed, it was like the second weekend, and there was so many people there.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible to witness. But long lines at the guard shack,
right?
Because you got to go through guard shack and all that stuff. But yeah, it's so much fun. So it's cool to see, the love that they put into it. Really,
Fright Nights didn't used to have a midway, and they were only at one time just a haunted trail in the woods.
Yep.
This is when it first started years ago. And
did you go then?
I did. I went a couple times, and I feel bad about it because I didn't rate them very well. They had like small kids running up on you that you saw at a far distance coming towards you that just kind of ruined the scare factor out of it. You're out in the woods, and it was all wooded. That was it. They had some kind of, some, what you want to call like walls made out of pallets and stuff to direct you. And they just went from low budget to high caliber really quick over the years.
Yeah.
And when one of my friends, she talked me into going, and I used to speak ill of Fright Nights. I feel really bad about it because of my experience. I was only judging Fright Nights by my experience as a reviewer.
Sure.
And one of my friends, and I haven't been for several years because I went multiple years in a row at their high prices. And I was like, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to go a third or fourth time and be disappointed and pay those prices. My friend talked me into going. And when I went, this was 3 years ago, 2022. And when I went, I was just like, I was amazed of it was in this new building that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it went from a trail at a different location in Glade to this location into a haunted barn. And when I was looking at it for the first time, I was so psyched. And she was like, "You're going to love it. You're not going to talk bad about them anymore." Because, well,
they were growing. They were learning.
Yes. And when she saw my reviews, she'd reach out to me. "You haven't been there this year. You have no idea what you're talking about." So when I went, and I was just like, holy cow. And I got with John, and John was like, "Man, see, I told you wouldn't give us a chance." Here you are rating us this. And I was like, man, I feel so bad. I was like, dude, you're going to see me every year. I was like, you are so far up there with your sets and your animatronics. Glade has spent a fortune, have they not?
Oh, dude.
I mean, dude,
I don't know if it's that or if they have literally the MacGyver on staff of haunted houses.
Well, they have the MacGyver on staff. You have John, and then they also go to Transworld, and that's where they get a lot of these animatronics. If you're a haunt owner, Transworld is a must, because I've talked to so many people now. It's if you going in a haunt and you see an animatronic that just blows your mind, more chances are that they bought it at Transworld.
Right.
So you got, and I know Ashley and John goes to Transworld.
Oh yeah, they talked about it on here. I mean, it's not really secret, but like you'll go. The part where you go and it's like you're walking through a swamp.
Yes,
that blew
with the lasers.
Yes,
so you got the swamp, and then you got the smoke, the fog that goes no higher than the laser, and the laser is shining across the room.
Insane how realistic that felt. Just stuff like that is what like Universal didn't have anything like that.
Right.
They had just had. You walk through the maze and look at all this cool artwork.
Right.
And all of
lavish
these amazing
sets,
prompts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me throw all this money at all these pristine looking sets. And then people jump out and scare you. But this, I don't know. He probably did it for a couple $100. I don't know the cost. And you literally feel like you're wading through a swamp. You're waiting for your feet to get wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. It's like, whoa.
And see, where you haven't gone to a lot of these haunts, that little scene that we're talking about right now is in a lot of other haunts.
Yeah.
And they all execute it just flawlessly. Dude.
I love it. Yeah.
It's I've never seen a bad swamp, and they've all pulled it off this year. I'm not taking anything away. Not taking anything away.
No. I mean, that's the first swamp I've walked through. Right. So I'm not I'm definitely novice.
It's funny how some of these big high calibers don't have that, and you go to these smaller hunts, and they have something it blows your mind even more, but it's less lavish and high dollar like the ones you see at Universal Studios.
Sure,
That's what makes these haunts here.
I think it's where they're at too. Like you go out to a barn in West by God, and then you like that's part of it.
Yeah.
Universal, you're like, okay. I mean, the popcorn's $15. Like we know we're here to spend money. Like there are a lot of great artists that have put a lot of love and care into this, but at the same time, the goal is to take your money. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just more than that here. I don't know. And I'm sure kind of like Peck's Mill. Yeah. In the middle of, in the middle of this holler where somebody was actually murdered in his house. It's a haunted attraction. Yeah. So you're already, if you know this and you're going up this holler, you're already kind of on edge. Oh yeah. Yeah. And Universal's like, well, I'm going and they're transforming the place and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be like a Halloween dance at school. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's way more funner than that. Listen, it was great, but I'm just saying, like the vibe that you feel of if you're a horror fan is just not comparable to me between the two. It's just not. That's weird to say, but like, yeah, man. I mean, but it's also, I am a little biased because I think Appalachians can compete with anyone, but really, I think that like. They have won this so far. I mean, and they've done Halloween Horror Nights for like 30 years. They've had enough time to kind of tweak it. And Fright Nights, what, maybe 11? Yeah, 12, yeah. And like they add a new thing every year. Like they done the Cabin in the Woods, which is freaking awesome. What was it that I really liked this year? That zombie lab or something? Yeah. That lab where, zombies walking around, blood spatter all over the computers, screens. That was Cabin in the Woods. Is that Cabin in the Woods? Yeah. Well, so Cabin in the Woods, the movie, they have all kinds of different horror characters that kind of overrun this lab, and they have zombies in it too. But yeah, that's where all those characters, different things, loved it, man, come from. Loved it, and then you had John putting it all together. Yeah, I mean, and I am biased. John worked on the Mothman Prophets movie that we're going to have releasing at some point. But I'm going to have him build my sets. I'm still waiting on that. So when's that? It'll be a little while. Yeah, it was going to be December, but we got to reshoot some things and make sure I don't want to release it too early. So John had his hands involved? Oh, yeah, he helped. Did he really? He didn't. If I would do it again, I would have had him set designing and doing, but like literally he was on set every day solving problems. Like, you would tell him, John, I need this bed like 8.5 inches off the ground. And then you'd all of a sudden hear saws and hammers and all this stuff. And then like 10 minutes later, the bed's off the ground and it's safe and you're good. Like it would just be stuff like that. All MacGyvered up. I swear, that's just how it was. Next movie I shoot, we got a really good idea for a new movie where I'm literally going to have him probably build me a cabin in an airport hangar. But I might just have him decorate my bedroom. I mean, dude, can you decorate my bedroom? Literally, I want these spiders coming out of the attic here, coming through the roof. I want this swinging from this side of the room. And John would be like, oh, sure thing, dude. Funny thing too is he's that, but he's also handy with carrying things. We had this 100-foot hose that we had to run. It was probably 200 feet of hose. I don't know how long it was, but we ran to this house because we needed to get water on set because we had to make it look like it was raining. So we spraying water everywhere and doing all this stuff. Well, at the end of the day, we wrapped it all up, put it on a reel, and then we had two guys that were duck walking and hoofing it across this yard. And John walks up to the fence line. And he's like, hand it to me. I'll put it in the truck. So they both pick it up, and are like, lift it up to him. He grabs it with one hand and lateral raises it over the fence and just, makes them look like, children.
Dude, he's the size of Michael Myers.
Dude, I would have had, I'm going to have him play a killer in something one day. There's several things me and him's going to do.
He could pull off Jason or Michael Myers perfect.
Oh, there's no
you
doubt.
got to think his height, his size. I mean, he's a massive man.
Yeah.
When I was interviewing him, well, I got a quick interview. I haven't posted that on it. I haven't posted that on the website yet. There's several interviews I haven't even posted. It's just because you're still in the middle of going through the season, hitting all these other haunts, and then you have your own personal time and work. You got to separate. So there's just so much involved in editing, getting everything right before you post it. I was talking to Ashley, and John walks up behind me. We're in the midway, I'm talking to Ashley, and I'm looking away from, it's me and Ashley. John's walking from behind me, and I see like he's casting shadow in front of me, and I'm like, somebody behind me? Turn around. It's John.
Yeah.
Standing right behind me.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I knew it was you standing behind me. Got dim over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I love him to death, man. All right.
Fright Nights, definitely highly recommend. I believe they were my number 2. If I think about it, I knew who my number 1 was last year. Fright Nights was number 2. Maniac Mountain was number 3. That's who I rated last year. I haven't rated none this year yet, as we spoke of at the beginning. But, if they were my number 2 last year, they're highly top 5 easy, for other reviewers.
Solid. Who's
Very
next?
solid.
Fright Nights,
Very
definitely check it out, y'all.
Yep. And that's in Daniels, West Virginia.
Yep.
Let's see. Miller's Nightmare.
Heck
in
yeah.
Lewisburg, West Virginia.
I'm definitely going to make it to this place next year.
Started 11 years ago. Ron Miller started this 11 years ago on his farm. And it has just grown year after year after year. This year, we did get to do an interview with him, a full walkthrough. We did 2 walkthroughs, one during the day behind the scenes, and then we got to go through again, not lights out, but we went to go through again through the haunt with my GoPro. So, of course, I'm not going to air the full walkthrough. If I do, it'll just be really quick jump scenes, 1 or 2 jump scenes, because I don't want to ruin it for everyone.
Sure.
But it's always good to look back on and edit, and at a later date, maybe post something else, from that full walkthrough.
I thought about that too. They said I could film, and I was like, I don't really want to spoil it for people. It's just so.
Yeah. That character right there, I got a picture with that character. I don't know who that character was, but he had something huge on his back. He had lights and lanterns dangling off from him. They have a chapel on site that they built a couple years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. Went this way here. That's a chapel. They just built that. I have, they describe how they actually built that chapel from the wood on land.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has been recycled, is what Ron told me. Everything that's built out of wood came from that forest,
that's
that
awesome.
Tree, that farm, everything,
That's awesome. Really good. Really
the
good
chapel
makeup.
is like 2 years old. This year they added like a huge animatronic that I'm guessing they bought at Trans World. I mean, this thing is gigantuous, size of a truck. It's on these mechanical arms. It comes out of a barn. I think it's a Wendigo, if I'm not mistaken. It's
Oh, cool.
Wendigo jumping out of a barn as you're walking in the corn maze. That was really something else to see. They built a brand new DJ booth in the Midway. They had a DJ booth before, but it wasn't constructed and nice as it is now.
Right.
Upstairs, full DJ booth, 360 view of the full haunt and Midway. So there's a lot of add-ons that he's been doing each year, getting better and better and making that Midway something else,
Yeah, that's special. And the check-in system you kind of touched on, so it's really not a bad wait in the Midway.
No, so what you do is, it is a wait. Yes. If you go early in the year, the wait's not going to be as bad. But if you start waiting I mean, Miller starts getting busy, man. Probably the first or second week of October, you're going to get at least an hour wait, and it gets longer. Like I've said, you could possibly wait 2 hours if you buy general admission and you get there kind of late. Say you're getting there about 9 o'clock at night, you're probably going to be waiting until 11 by the time you go through it.
So is that's standing in line waiting?
It's cold.
Right.
Every time I've visited Miller's Nightmare, every year it is so cold. You got to dress in layers, bring a winter jacket.
Lewisburg, right?
Yeah, Lewisburg, yes.
Gotcha.
And you're in this cornfield and at this farm, and it's cold. So they have a huge bonfire that they light in the midway so people can gather and stay warm.
Oh, nice.
So
that's cool.
But the tickets is you walk on property, you purchase your tickets, and then you proceed from the ticket booth to the midway, which is picnic tables. You got the bonfire, you got the DJ booth. You got tents and canopies you can sit under and eat. You got your food. You got your merch. He's got quite a setup here.
I'm going to get up there next year. That's going to be my stop. So, good time.
Yes. Yes. And they have a monster parade. That's what they call it. A monster parade. I've seen a monster parade before. This is the first time I've seen another one. It was at Woods of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
They had a monster parade. It's kind of where all the actors come out to start the haunt in Midway. They march out to music, national anthem, and then they disperse and start scaring people. And then the rest of the actors get in place inside the haunt. But they parade out for everyone to see them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So plan at least a half a day for this trip.
Yes. We do it every year on Taste of Our Town. Lewisburg has in the town of Lewisburg, they have a festival. It's called Taste of Our Town, Toot. And so
that's funny.
Yep. Taste of Our Town, Toot. And what we do is we'll go visit Lewisburg, do the festival, and then we'll drive straight from there to Miller's Nightmare and get, hit two birds with one stone.
Heck yeah, the Dark Midway, Hag's Hunt, Miller Manor, and Bloodshed, the Infected Crop, and Demented Forest. Fun stuff. November 1st. So last night was, well, this episode's going to air on the 11th, but November 1st was their last
night
showing.
Yeah.
Man.
They have axe throwing here, of course. They have an escape room. They have many things that keep you entertained while you're here waiting to go through the haunt.
I'm going to keep Halloween going all year. I'm just done with this 1 month stuff. I just want to watch horror movies all year.
That's all I do. So, Halloween is my Christmas. I hate to say that, but
it's just fun.
It really is.
I mean, now that we're like, over the hill,
right?
Like we get socks and boxers for Christmas, which is great.
Right.
You just tell people like we can support ourselves, so you're not really like looking forward to that video game that you couldn't buy all year. It's just like now I want to watch terrifying things all year and talk about them. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You got me watching that monster, that monster Ed Gain.
Dude,
you got me Ed Gaining, dude.
The voice kills me.
Yeah, do it real quick. Do it.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining us today. How are you doing, Mother? I'm just when he started.
Disturbing. It's disturbing,
dude. It's
and he does such a good job at it too.
Man, I don't know if I like it.
Me neither. I think, but I can't stop watching it.
When I first started hearing it, I was like, I want to laugh. Like, what's going on? But one thing too, I don't know why we are making things that like these are kind of glorifying serial killers now. Like
he really is.
He dances with Charles Manson at the end to like Owner of a Lonely Heart. Like we're going a little too far on sympathizing with these psychos. You know what I mean? But each filmmaker their own. But Ed Gein was a psychotic maniac, and I don't care what's in there, to be honest. I don't care what's going on. I don't care about, him really wanting a relationship.
It really does.
I know, but like, God, do I want to think that my neighbor could make a couch out of me. Like, like, because that's what it tells you is like, well, basically this could happen to anyone. I don't believe that. I think when you go and you make nipple belts, you're off the scale. Like you don't get to talk. You don't get a piece in the game anymore.
Yeah, you're in your own category.
Yeah, yeah. You're outside of the ballpark.
Yeah.
You don't even get to scalp tickets,
right.
at that point. But I mean, I don't know. That's to each their own. But it's really good filmmaking. I mean, and Charlie Hunnam, I love him to death. But I just don't know. I don't know. I love horror, but that's like, whoa. I don't know. It's a little too much sympathizing.
I was watching a horror movie last night, even though Halloween was already over. I'll probably go home this evening and watch one.
Yeah.
Kim's like, Halloween's over. It's never over.
No.
It's never over.
We're watching. Have you watched Welcome to Derry yet?
No, I haven't.
Bananas.
It just started, right?
Yeah. It's on episode 3.
Episode 3.
Watch the opening scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
This is a series.
Yeah. It's a prequel. Mm-hmm. So it's how Pennywise came to be. So it starts out and you see Pennywise as a human, like a kid. But I mean, trigger warning. You'll double check that it's on HBO. Like it's like NC-17 level.
Really?
I mean, to me.
Yeah.
That first scene is nuts.
Is it just like the movies though? It's pretty creepy. It's scary.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely creepy, but it's absurd in certain sections. Like and it don't care. Like Tim Curry is long gone. Mm-hmm. The Tim Curry it doesn't exist anymore. Like it is Satan now. Like it's not like, oh, goofy little Pennywise dancing around. No,
right.
But that's how the newer movies were too. Like it's bananas. But yeah, man, that opening scene, I don't even know how they got it greenlit to shoot. To be honest, it's crazy. But which is a good thing, you know. But yeah, definitely watch it. All right, Millers, check it out. I'll be there next year, y'all. Thanks for that. They sent me a little note, said, "Hey, you're welcome to come," but I got a free. Well, I have my schedule free now, but it's after Halloween, so I got to keep it free until next year, so I can go. But yeah, what was next?
All right, next was Haunophobia at Blackberry Creek.
Fun.
Haunophobia.
Blackberry Creek. Where is that?
That is in Kentucky. Ransom, Kentucky, I think.
Oh, nice.
Ransom,
so we're going
Kentucky.
Multi-state here.
Oh, yeah. I've included Kentucky, West Virginia, North Carolina in this season. Pretty much tri-state area. I just didn't hit Ohio.
So they have a old
Ohio
video.
Was on the list.
They have an old video we'll play here on the screen from 2018. So tell me about this place.
Man, I discovered them, I believe, on their first year. I think their first year that they had, I showed up and they blew my mind. Even the first year I showed up, I think they got my #1 rating that year. I didn't like I said, I didn't have my Appalachia Haunt Finder page until this year, but I've been doing reviews for 11 years now, and a lot of people, a lot of haunt owners know me just from coming around so many years, year after year. Haunophobia just blew my mind. It's an abandoned school building owned by these people here that's running and operating Haunophobia. And it's a newer school. It doesn't, when I say abandoned or anything, it's not like...
Hasn't rotted to the floor yet.
No. It's like an old school. I can't remember. I don't know exactly when they closed down, but it's a school not in operation. It's been Haunophobia for many years now. And the things they come up with here just blows my mind. They had for instance, you'd walk into a room and these walls would close up. it would be an open room and then it would be closed. Like they had this one wall on tracks and it moved along with you and closed you off and just stopped your walkway. You're just stuck in this room. Well, on the left side, it was kind of dark, so you didn't know if it was another wall or not. And it was actually a stage, and lights would come on, and they had Pennywise on this stage, and he runs and jumps off the stage towards you, and you're blocked. Your path is blocked, and you're up against this wall, and he's on bungee cords, and he jumps, and he's just like inches from grabbing you off this stage. That it was all dark, and then boom, the lights came on, kind of not like real bright, but bright enough to see him jumping off the stage and in your face. Very cool, man. Very cool. The whole basement. Now this year was changed, completely different. For many years, the basement was like made out of chicken coops, and you had to crawl through it. And they had these mazes. It was a complete darkness in the boiler room of this school. And you're like crawling. The floors had rubber mats, so it didn't mess up your clothing or your knees. But the majority of the whole basement was all crawling, and you'd find yourself in this. And I'm talking about chicken wire on both sides, and it's no taller than maybe 3 or 4 feet.
Right.
So if you kind of like really raise up on your hands and knees, you're going to hit your head with the top part. And some of it was blocked off. You'd crawl through this maze, and then you find yourself at a dead end, and you got to turn back around. When you turn back around, there's a monster in there with you on his hands and knees, blocking your path.
Lord.
So
it's like a video game.
Yes. And then, so you're in the basement, in a chicken cage, in the dark with a monster, and you hear these screams, I don't know where you can't get past them unless they backed up a little bit.
Right.
But then they won't back up. So you got to walk right past them. It's already nerve wracking enough. There's so many good things that they do out of this haunt.
How long is it?
I'd say it's probably about a 45-minute walkthrough.
Wow.
35 to 45 minutes.
Universal Studios was like 6 minutes, dude. One.
All these ones that I go to are always 35, 45-minute long. Yep. And this one in the middle of a holler in Kentucky, it's so small. They're not big, but to me, they're huge because they're beating Haunophobia at Blackberry Creek. I believe I made a post the other day on my haunt page. Last year, they were number 1. The year before, they were number 1. 3 years ago, they were number 2, I think. 4 years ago, they were number 4, number 5. What made me, this is off the charts here, but it's what made me do what I enjoy doing, my passion for haunted houses. My mother, as we were growing up, my baby brother was a small child, so he wasn't involved, but my younger sister was, and this is early years when I was about 9 years old, and it lasted 4 years to about 12, 13. My mom would create and build a haunted house in our garage. She would hang tarp, and we had tarp mazes. So it's a maze, but you had tarp walls, and we only had a single car garage, but it wasn't quite big enough for 2 cars, but it was really big for 1. So you had plenty of room. You would enter from the side door, and we had the garage door closed. So you'd enter the side door and you'd walk. We had a little cash box, with the little change things. And we charged, I think it was $3 then. This was like in 1989, in the 80s, we were charging $2 or $3 to get in. And these were our friends, our neighbors, kids in the neighborhood was paying this. And myself and my sister Miranda, I think I played somebody. It was hanging. Mom made a harness that was strapped. She had a J-hook hanging from the rafters in the garage, a belt hooked to that with another belt, and she just crafted this harness, and I was hanging, and then she made a fake, like a rope dangled around my neck, but this big jacket over top of the harness and everything, so it looked like I was being hung. So,
Wow.
so as they were going in, I was that person. My sister, I forgot, my sister played. My mom cut a hole out in this folding table and cut a hole out in this big pasta bowl. So my sister was under the table, had had the tablecloth over it and the bowl. So and the lid over the pasta bowl. So somebody there would also provoke them to pull the lid off, and it was my sister with a bunch of spaghetti noodles painted like brains or something, and my sister's like just had a head in that bowl. So, and then that was the sort of thing that my mom would come up with, and we would charge the neighborhood people. So I grew up in a haunted house developed by my mother, and every year I've always been involved with haunted houses, and that's who I am today.
Makes it personal.
We went to Hex Haunted Attraction. It's in Virginia.
Oh yeah, is this the one that closed?
No. This was right down the street from Helheim and Haunted. Yeah, Helheim. You had Haunted Grand Mansion, which is in the area. Helheim Haunted Attraction. Hex. I always forget the name of this town that the Hex is in. I don't know why. I always do. Go back up. Hit about. Go. Elliston, Virginia. Yes. Yep. Now I met the Meadows family. They're the ones that runs this. Tim Meadows and his two daughters and his wife. I think it's Misty Meadows.
Right.
Misty, if I got your name wrong, I apologize. But Misty, Tim, and his two daughters, Jordan, and I forgot his other daughter's name, but they weren't always the owners of Hexed. Okay. I think the previous owners got out of it or sold it, and the Meadows family took over it. That's what I gathered when I spoke to them and talked to them this year. They're really, really great. Hospitality was awesome. They answered all our questions, took us around, showed us, and they've been running this Hex haunted attraction for a couple years now. Which was really cool because you come to this huge field, you park your vehicle, and they have these buses come and pick you up. You ride the bus from the parking in the field to where the haunt is located, and they let you out, and then you go to the ticket booth area, and then you make your way into a small midway where they have picnic tables, they have merch, they have food, they have face painting. They have a stage there where they have live music. They have fire jugglers. They have a huge TV screen where they could play a movie or something while they're all waiting. They have a lot going on here, and I've seen it evolve over the years because there was probably 3 years since I've been there, and they didn't have this midway. So when we showed up this year, they had a midway. The bus ride, I filmed it and posted it on our website. The bus ride itself scared the bejesus out of me. I'm telling you, so this bus driver, her job was to pick you up and drop you off, and it was haunted. There you go, Hex Haunted Attraction. Right? No, the next one over. This one? Yes, that's the bus ride, dude. She was drifting this bus on a dirt track, and you could feel the weight of every fully loaded bus. The weight shifted, and I thought we were going to roll multiple times, dude. It scared me. Look, they have these glow sticks dangling. That's me filming from, that's everybody there, and you could, if you had the volume on, you could actually hear the music, loud music, flashing lights, and you'd hear everybody kind of like scream when it was rolling. I swear she was drifting this big school bus, dude. And so your anxiety was already spiked by the time you got off this bus, man. I told the bus driver as I was getting off, I was like, you know what? There were several times I thought you was going to lose control and roll, and I just thought this would be the time that Spanish Lumberjack rides on the bus and, boom, accident, bus roll over. I can see the tabloids now. Nope, she had it all under control. She looked at me. She was like, "Nah, I got you."
That's great.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
Different.
That was very different. Very different.
Good trip. Okay,
Yes.
Virginia. So that is 3 states.
And there was a lot of things they had in there. They had hex. They had like a white room.
Mm-hmm.
It was completely dark at first. You couldn't see anything. And then it morphed into this full room. It was white walls, white floor, smoke. You couldn't see anything. Thought that was really cool and different. They had where you would walk into a school bus, and then it actually morphed into another school bus or an RV.
Oh, nice.
So you'd walk into a school bus, and then it was actually stationary and set up as a set.
Yeah,
I noticed that there was several cool things that they offered. Hex.
I love the branding of it. Looks really nice.
They marked our faces. They X'd us. We got
nice.
Hexed. So as soon as we walk in,
I like it. Very cool. So, and I see here you went. I was going to ask this. I didn't want to spoil it, but you went to Trans-Allegheny?
It did.
Was that next?
That I think that was next. Yeah, it was. I think it was. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum was next.
I've wondered how good the haunted house is.
It is really good. Yes. I think John Jordan runs that. He's the one that runs most of it there. I tried to get up with John this year. I missed him last year. That's a hard man to reach. I just wanted to, talk to the man and see where he gets his ideas, how long he's been involved in doing this. He reached out to me, and he was gone that night. He apologized that he missed us, but it was part of the paranormal trail too. So I was able to check in and go to the haunted house that year, and then also go to the paranormal trap or the paranormal trail app and mark myself and check in that year too. So I kind of like cheated.
Nice.
Was able to check in and get 2 things in at once.
So they built it, or this
is not Trans-Allegheny.
Gotcha.
All right,
so they built the haunted houses over here to the left.
Yeah, to the left,
a separate building.
Yeah, so you see the tents there. The tent, that's the ticket booth and the line to wait to get the tickets. And then once you get the tickets, then you go to your far left. That I know I got some other pictures there. I'm not sure.
Let's see. Yeah,
there you go. Back. So that's our group. If you go back,
this way.
Yes, that's our group there. That's it. That's in line there.
Did you wear the hexed?
I did.
There?
That's
okay,
me.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's I wore a hex toboggan. Now sometimes I represent. I don't wear my own merch. Most of the time, you can see Kim's wearing our haunted Appalachian Haunt Finder merch. I'm wearing that, but I'm also representing hexed
nice.
Beanie. So you want to support and represent while you're out there doing the haunting and reviewing and stuff. That's one of the girls there in line. That's a clown there that was walking in. That's a line actor that was walking in and scaring us. That's just a selfie we took in front.
What's the concept of this haunted house? Like, is it like a maze or?
It is a maze. You're going in and out of each floor. I think it's 3 floors you go through on the left building, and you have multiple rooms you go through that'll have other doors, so it could be one room that leads into another room, and then you're down the hallway and it zigzags. It's asylum, so you're going to see a lot of crazy people, insane people. Occasionally you'll come across one of the icons, Michael Myers or something like that. I've seen Michael in the haunt here before.
Yeah.
He had some good sets and just the creep factor here, really. When you step foot on this property, and as you know, you've been there.
Yeah.
It's just the overwhelming feeling. It's just like you're like amazed how big it is, but you're also it feels like somebody's watching you.
Yeah, it's a perfect place to have it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just like we were talking about how West Virginia, how you want the hillbilly folklore kind of factor behind everything. You have this historic asylum, and to up the ante, you're having a haunted attraction inside of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, perfect place to do it. We did it overnight. That's the first ghost I've ever felt.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a good time. Yeah. 1,000%. Yeah.
Now, have you came up with that podcast yet? Or
we have. Yeah, we did the overnight. We have a video about the overnight, and then
I've seen fast clips, but I've never watched the episode or something.
yeah, we got that's
On YouTube,
about 30
correct?
minutes long. Yeah, it's our haunted and urbex series is what we call it. But yeah, if you search Creepalachia, let's see, we got
Now, who is that fella there with it?
that's Copperhead. He's a
I'm noticing
paranormal investigator there.
Okay, and I've seen him in a lot of your shorts.
Yeah, he's great. A lot of good ghost stories. But yeah, America's Most Haunted Asylum is the video we did on it. But we did a overnight there, and then we did a podcast talking about the overnight. So if you want to burn a couple hours, watch the America's Most Haunted Asylum first, and then listen to the overnight podcast wrap
In that
up.
order.
Yeah,
in that order. Okay,
it's a good time. But yeah, man, that's
and you did
that's a
catch
crazy.
something.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hallway. There's Frank and Larry. Do you know Frank and Larry?
No,
Okay, there's like a poker room there on the 4th floor. And that's that one. A lot of people get a lot of activity, but yeah, man, I felt
Frank and Larry.
Yeah. Yeah, I would look down the hallway, and then I heard in sequence there was noise after noise, and it would get louder, came all the way down the hallway, and then euphoria hit my body, and the people next to me took a deep breath right then too, and they felt it at the exact same time. And then there's a cat ball on the ground that went off right when that happened at my feet, and then it left. And I don't know what it was. So I don't know what it was. But people there felt it. I was like, because I brought it up, I said, something just went through my body. I have this feeling all across. And then there, Hope McNeely, who's right next to me, she's in the Mothman Prophets movie.
But you didn't see anything with the naked eye.
No. No, it was a feeling. It was like, I don't know, man. It was weird.
I've only had that feeling once or twice.
It's weird. I mean, it wasn't scary. Like, I could have walked down that whole hallway right then. You know, but it was, it made me kind of a partial believer. Yeah. Cause I don't know what could have done that. There was too many coincidences at one time, but who knows? But yeah, it's a good episode. But yeah. And, I talk about what happened while bats fly over our heads, which was a good time.
Right.
That place is full of bats at night.
Right. Trans-Allegheny.
Yeah. And they'll dive bomb you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
As many times I've been there, I've never seen any bats.
Overnight? Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, I can tell you that the old hospital on College Hill, tons of bats there, but I've never seen any at Trans-Allegheny.
We'll get some audio going.
In poker games with you. So we pulled the cards out, we pulled the cigarettes, we pulled the chips out. We start engaging with this ghost. And me.
Holy.
Oh, they're inside the
Yep.
building.
I'm just gonna take my glasses off and see.
All right, rabies. Do I wave my arms? What the? Jesus Lord.
That's crazy, man. This is the first I've seen this. This
Yeah.
is hilarious.
I mean, I gotta talk about this experience, Bats. Chill. Oh, that one's coming in low. Okay.
Your background music's awesome, man.
Yeah.
With the bats flying around, that's
Lord.
great.
Flight
What
of
do
the
we do?
Valkyrie.
Yeah, that is great.
Oh Lord. Okay. This is nuts.
But yeah, highly recommend. Eventually,
That's
I tell a story.
awesome, man.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I can imagine being in a room too, down a hallway, and one of these bats swoop at a camera light or something near your face.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that's how they first came out, and then they'll follow you. So they was up on the 4th floor. It was dark, where we were at, and let's see if I can just. You can't really.
I got it right now. Every hair on my body just stood up just now.
we felt this presence at the same time, and then there was a cat ball right below me, and the thing lit up.
So my theory is, because right before this, we had the ghost tube running, and it said, "Come closer, how do you feel?" Immediately after is when he had the hair stand up, the cat ball lit up, and what I think happened is the spirit probably walked through the both of them.
I wasn't scared. It was more comforting. Also, we had the ghost tube app going on in the room, and it was saying words like satanic. Did you see that?
Ooh, I heard that.
Yeah.
That was loud.
Yeah, well, we had this app going that'll
The ghost tube.
read the frequency. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but some of them were, it was weird how everything was playing off each other.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, but yeah, it was a fun time. It was good. Kind of.
I've always wanted to do the overnight investigations there at Trans-Allegheny.
It's fun. It's not cheap.
And the flashlight tours. They have these flashlight tours they offer on the same night as the haunted houses.
Yep.
So the rest of my group there, some of those pictures that we saw that was with us, I had some friends with us. They were from Helheim Haunted Attraction. They all three of those individuals were scare actors at Helheim. They met up with me and Kim, and we decided to go through together.
Oh, nice.
Me and Kim left, and they did the flashlight tours.
Oh,
afterwards.
cool. Yeah. It's fun.
I saw some of the photos and the videos they took. Looked really good. I mean, I should have stayed, but we had to get back the very next day, and we couldn't be out too late. So,
Yeah.
of course, this is like a 2-hour drive too.
Oh, this is the most haunted place in West Virginia, in my opinion. I haven't been to Moundsville, but this, it's something different. When you walk in there, it's crazy. Plus, you could just lock your wife up back in the day if she was making you mad. You can, so a place like that is going to be pretty haunted, doing twisted stuff. But yeah, I love it. All right, so you hit Trans-Allegheny. Did you hit any more?
We did. Several more. Trans-Allegheny. After that was Woods of Terror.
Woods of Terror. Where's this
Woods
place?
of Terror. That is in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay. Wow, 107,000 followers. That's pretty big.
They're huge, dude. Huge. So Eddie McLaurin it's on his farm, his family farm. He runs Woods of Terror. It's been in his family for years, since 1940s. It's a farm.
Oh, wow.
It started off as
the farm. Okay.
The farm
not
itself,
the haunted house.
Yeah. The farm itself started off there's graveyard on property, but it was a junkyard. Okay. At one time. And it was his grandfather's land, and over the years it was passed down to Eddie. Now Eddie's turned it into a haunted attraction of 31 years now.
Great characters.
31 years, dude. Great
photography.
Listen, they're Midway. They have a heavy metal band. They have several heavy metal bands there. They have Crypt Kicker, and they were playing the night we went. They have Woods of Terror band, okay, which has the same some of the same might be another band member or something, but I don't know how they're affiliated with Crypt Kicker. I think maybe one or two of the same band members.
Right.
Woods of Terror band very well may consist of Bone Daddy, aka Bone Daddy. That's Eddie McLaurin, who owns the haunt.
Okay.
I was able to get a 7-minute interview with Eddie, just one-on-one exclusive video. We were just the very same night we were invited. They took care of us. He gave us the golden ticket, which entitles us to everything, axe throwing, fast pass, every time. There's so many haunts. I think there's 10 to 15 haunts. It's one continuous line. It just goes through another haunt, from one haunt to another. Some of the sets, Universal, dude. Universal. kind of like, you have Netherworlds and Erebus, these huge top caliber haunts, nationwide big haunts. Woods of Terror is one of them.
This is pretty crazy.
Dude, they're huge, huge. When I say their opening ceremony, Bone Daddy sings the national anthem. He's the only one that comes out and does that. And he has the monster parade during the same time. So the monster parade I'm talking about, dude, it's got to be like 150 actors. It's ridiculous how many actors they have out there.
Yeah.
Over 100, easy. That walk out during the parade, he's singing the national anthem. It kind of blends into Rage Against the Machine, Korn, the Crypt Kicker with their masks and electric guitar playing, haunt actors running around. You have so much going on. Dude, it was a full party here. We did not want to leave. We didn't want to leave the Midway. I had to drag Kim out of there. The haunt itself was awesome. I have tons and tons of footage I got to edit. So many videos. I'm going to be editing this stuff here for
sick,
weeks,
dude.
man. Dude, it's unbelievable. You would love this place. And the tickets was kind of steep, but they're nowhere like Universal Studios.
You
Like
didn't pay $1,000 to get in?
No, I think their ticket was like $58 for general admission.
Right.
And then when you start going up in the fast pass, you're looking at $80-$90.
I mean, you can see where it went.
Yes. And I was just blessed that Eddie and his whole team was able to take care of us and give, for me to get 7 minutes of his own time, because he's busy, man. He's running this caliber of a haunt. I mean, he has so many staff members, from security, parking. There's like acres and acres just for Woods of Terror, dude. This place is massive. They have like a pirate ship that you go on. And once you enter this pirate ship, dude, the pirate ship is the size of a building, with the mast and the sails dangling in the moonlight and lights shining on it. The ship would rock as soon as you enter it. It would rock. And you're like in, what do you call the cargo hold of the pirate ship, which is really cool. There was huge screens. Like, so you would walk into something and every corner there was something going on. Every corner. Every 4 or 5 seconds something was jumping out or amazing you, or huge screens like there's, I remember walking in and I think above the pirate ship or something was a huge movie screen, and they were playing a movie or something. And then it kind of morphed into, Stranger Things. And, it's a set that they're going to do away with because he didn't get the correct, permission. There's certain rights and permissions and stuff you got to go through in order to show something from a movie screen. And it's funny because if this happened from a small town haunt, they probably would have not got word of it. But it's Woods of Terror. So, of course, the movie producers and the directors are going to say something.
When you start making real money.
Yeah,
well, I mean, not that these places don't, but.
But Woods of Terror, they have to remove that Stranger Things. And, dude, the Stranger Things set was mind-blowing. It was so good, dude. With what's those, demigorgons or something?
Sure, yeah.
And
what's this Terror in the Dark? They got the Stranger Things font there.
Yes, that's probably the one. That's, of course, they're going to have to do away with it. He said you won't see that next year. They had, what's the character that played the guitar? He got in Stranger Things.
Oh, man, I can't remember. I watched season 1 and I
drove
fell off.
Camaro or something, or Camaro.
Is
I
it
believe.
Billy? I can't remember.
It might have been Billy. But they had that character. You're going through a set and you got the demigods or gorgons or whatever coming at you at every angle, and other characters, and you're like astonished of all these sets and rooms. But it's extended more than that. You look up above and you had Billy jamming the guitar way above your head in the ceiling.
Oh, nice.
You know, somebody could have missed that, but I didn't, because I'm like going really slow, you know, relishing everything I'm seeing. I go really, really slow when I go through these haunts. You know, sometimes we end up catching up with another group behind us, which, you know, I'm a little slow. I don't want to miss anything. This place had it
gorgeous,
all, dude.
And the photography alone is insane,
dude. Everything is top notch, man. I'm telling you.
But it looks like too they run like they have a pumpkin patch and they have a whole Christmas thing.
Remember when I told you earlier, just earlier in the hour, that we was going to come across somebody and he said he wanted to get paid for doing Halloween?
Yeah,
it was Bone Daddy.
Oh, nice.
Bone Daddy Eddie McLaurin told me that 30 plus years ago, when he did heating and air for a living. You know, he was an HVAC technician, did heating and air. I'm not sure. I think he said it might have been the owner of Netherworld or something, you know, which he's been, Netherworld Haunted House has been operating about as long as they have, 31 years. And he spoke to somebody and they were like, I get paid to do Halloween for a living. And Eddie was like,
who's their photographer? You know, I need to know their photographer. Jesus.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, I just...
Everything is top notch, man. Their costumes, their makeup. I got to go behind the scenes. We filmed the makeup area. I've been in a lot of makeup and costume rooms and haunts, you know, backstage, behind the scenes. Their makeup tent is huge, dude. Huge. You got to think, you're dressing up.
Oh, this is a lot of work.
150 characters here, dude.
Yeah.
And their costumes are unbelievable. The makeup, the FX, the what do you call the silicone, the makeup artist that does the prosthetics?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy.
It's hard to guard, dude. I mean, this is better. This is twice
Bone Daddy.
Universal.
That's Bone Daddy right there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
You know what? If you want to, if you could go to my haunt, yes, that's Eddie and his wife.
Okay.
That's Eddie and his wife. If you go to my haunt page, I just uploaded our interview.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think
that was just uploaded today, right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy, Eddie McLaurin, right? Is that right? Eddie McLaurin of Woods of Terror. And it is a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you.
Got a couple questions.
So funny.
This was during the midway. This is in the midway.
Right.
So,
what's all in their midway?
Oh, dude, it's a scare ground times 10, in my opinion. It's ridiculous. They have 3 alcohol bars on premises.
Oh, wow.
Yes. 3 alcohol bars. They had these bubbling cocktails, man. It looked like it was toxic waste, and you can drink from them. They have axe throwing. There's a thing you could sit on, 360. It spins around. That's a snake.
Real snake?
One of 2 snakes he's had, yes.
Nice.
He carries that around during the haunt, Bone Daddy. That's part of his character.
Yeah.
I asked him in the interview if he's ever been bit by the snake. He's never been bit. You know. Dude,
no, the pythons, they won't bite you.
Yes.
I mean, they'll rarely squeeze you, the ones that are pets.
Yeah, but you know what? I've seen videos on YouTube where people handling these snakes. It's never bit anybody, and lo and behold, it bites somebody right then and there.
It wouldn't feel too good.
No.
Oh man,
dude!
This place that's pretty hard to beat.
It's not a local haunt, and it's not a small haunt. This is
how far is it away?
Woods of Terror is one of their national known, and they've been rated #1 multiple times. You know, through multiple haunt reviewers and corporations and stuff like that, you know.
Well, good for them.
31 years in Greensboro, North Carolina.
So is that a overnight trip?
It is it's a 3-hour trip from Beckley, West Virginia.
Yeah.
So this was part of our big week. That, you know, during our haunt schedule, we had a week. It was vacation. So me and Kim took a whole week's vacation just to hit haunts in October, the third week of October, the week before Halloween, and Woods of Terror was one of them. Horror Nights was the other one, like we were discussing, but we had to cancel.
It looks like they go.
It's just
they're operating today.
Yes,
Last day.
Today was.
It looks like
No,
it's 7th and 8th is marked off.
Maybe that was going to be, and they just decided not to have it. I'm not sure.
They have. Oh, this is no lights.
Is that what that means?
It has. There's a light bulb, and then there's a.
That's what it is. Yeah. Just like Terror Manor, the lights out.
Yeah. So you said you did that at Fright Nights?
I did that at Fright Nights.
What was the difference?
And it looks like tonight they having Sunday the 2nd. So
the second's normal.
A normal
operation.
hot night tonight.
Yeah.
I would totally go again. We want to go again next year, but we're going to do this. We have to stay overnight, and we have dogs, so we have to find dog sitters.
Yeah.
Because you're going to spend so much time there. We got there way before opening to do that interview, to hang out and get this behind the scenes, look at things. And that's what we accomplished. But then we were at the midway. We had fast passes. As much as excited as we were to go through this haunt, we had fast passes, and we didn't take advantage of that until later on. For a whole hour and a half, 2 hours, we mingled in the midway. You got all these foods and bars and all these line actors coming up to you, really talking with you in character. It's so much fun. You have the live bands jamming out, playing that music. So we finally went through the haunt, and it didn't disappoint either. Like, it was top notch. So
it's pretty epic,
I recommend anybody that goes to it, for somebody in West Virginia, it'd be an overnight trip.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's something that it may be on next year's, or it may not be.
Heck yeah. Well, fun stuff. What was next?
We had Terror Manor.
Terror Manor.
No, we skipped. I'm sorry. Before we went to Woods of Terror, we went to Scream Dreams.
Scream Dreams. Where's
Scream
that?
Dreams. That is in, it's on the outskirts of Greensboro. It's
Scream Dreams.
In North Carolina. Scream Dreams. There you go.
Gotcha.
Yep. What town is that?
It looks like it is in Thomasville.
Thomasville. Yep.
So what's
Scream Dreams? 31,000 square feet, dude. It's probably the largest haunted house, dude. It was that huge building that you were showing pictures of earlier.
Right.
Castle Boo. They call it Castle Boo. They have a
Castle Boo.
Yeah, they have a Boo Spooktacular bar or something. It's a legit diner.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the same building. It's a spooky bar, ghostly bar. It's haunted house, ghost themed. It's pretty cool. The warehouse, this building is 3 floors. They have a 4th floor that they haven't even finished yet. They haven't. He was talking about expanding and making it bigger, but in order to do that, it's going to increase costs, and his costs are already, pretty. It's up there. It's pretty steep, and he would probably have to increase it, is what the owner told me. It's great, dude. It's 3 floors of hallways and doors and mazes. They had one hallway. It had a bunch of hands coming out,
mm-hmm.
and some was fake, some was real. So you like arms and hands. So you're walking through, and they're all touching you, but then the one will grab you. They had these electric rods in this one room dangling from the ceiling, just rods. So you could grab one, it wouldn't shock you. But if you happen to grab 2 at the same time, dude, the jolt from you would. It's almost strong enough to keep you intact.
Oh, wow.
Holding on. Yeah, it jolted me really bad. The girl in front of us told us to grab it, and I did it, and it shocked me. And I was trying to get Kim to get, Kim, do it, so I could laugh at her getting shocked.
Yeah. Nice.
Something like, he had some stuff in there I've never seen before. It was very long. The longest one I went of this season. It was well over an hour, dude, to walk.
To go through it?
To go
wow.
through it. Dude, well over an hour.
Wow.
It lasted forever. Yeah. So
I don't even know how that's
we
possible.
enjoyed it. There's some pros and cons there, but it was part of our big week. So it was unplanned. And we knew we was going to Woods of Terror. So I Googled haunted houses near Woods of Terror. Scream Dreams was one of them. So that made our list.
Perfect.
So, I don't regret going there whatsoever.
It looks a lot of fun,
enjoyed
dude.
It was. Yeah. That's one of the hallways there.
Heck yeah. Some more Tar Heels. Was that the last one in the Tar Heel state or?
It was.
Was it?
It was. Woods of Terror and Scream Dreams was the ones we done in North Carolina.
Fun stuff.
Yep. Then it was followed up. Our last haunt other than the blackout haunt was Terror Manor.
Terror Manor.
Yeah, Terror Manor. That's in Roanoke, Virginia.
Okay. It's where my mom lives.
This is headlined and owned by a good friend of mine, Rob and Nicole Winfield. Now, I've hung out with these guys overnight, like actually stayed in the haunt, slept in the haunt overnight, hung out with the haunt crew, partied with them, hung out with them, got to be really good friends on a daily basis with these guys over the years.
Right.
A lot of the haunt actors here has came from many other haunts in the area. Haunted Grand Mansion.
Where's this at again?
Helheim in Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Haunted Grand Mansion. They've got actors from there, from Helheim,
Great makeup.
from Hexed. So Rob has just talked. He told me this year there were several things that I noticed this year that just blew my mind when I was going through it. And he was like, dude, I purchased that at Transworld. This animatronic.
Right.
They had this animatronic that it was like this demon, it would jump up, okay. And then it's like the core of the body, the torso would open up and a demon baby would extend out of it.
Mm.
So you had this demon that the torso would open up and another demon baby would come out of it. And that was just like, oh my God. He was like, dude, I just purchased that this year at Transworld. He was just like, you have no idea how much that thing cost. It was thousands and thousands of dollars. Dude.
Yeah.
Thousands. If I'm not mistaken, it was like $10,000 or something more than that.
Right.
These animatronics are so expensive.
Oh, yeah.
There was another one that I pointed out. I was like, dude, what? I saw this one. It was just a face with long hair, and it would come up, and you come out of a hallway or something, or you approach the entry of this room, and this face comes out of nowhere with long hair. The mouth opens up, and a loud scream comes out of it with bursts of air, and her hair would kind of like wave
right
in the wind from this thing. So there's like a face, an animatronic face, yelling and screaming at you.
That's fun.
Never seen anything like that.
The that big one at Fright Nights at the end with the puppet hands that they run, that's really cool too. That comes out
and
like,
can you imagine how much that thing costs?
Oh man,
there's so many huge animatronics.
It's like
there.
you're pushing a Geo Metro at you, or something, or way more than that. A Geo Metro when it was new, probably. But yeah, how cool, man. Well,
Terror Manor, and he revamped a lot of things over the years. It's been a couple years since I've been there. And they had this new downstairs area where they just turned it into a merch, like a merch room.
Uh-huh.
It was the biggest merch room I've seen any haunt have. It was like a midway of merch.
Yeah.
A midway, like a multi-room of all kinds. You have line actors there taking pictures with you. He has props around. He has all kinds of merch. And then there's another room with more merch, more things going on. And then you have, sponsors and other booths and tents set up. This was downstairs, all new to me. And I was just like, wow, he was like, and I talked to Rob, and Rob was like, this is what we're going to do. This whole downstairs is going to be transformed next year. And I'm going to have this elevator here that's going to be bringing you down, like a haunted elevator, bringing you down to the second floor. This whole floor is already set up with, your fire, water, electrical, everything that needs to be okay by OSHA or, the health department coming in and make sure the fire department, everything that's involved in getting a hunt, it's already set up and ready to go. He's like, dude, all I got to do is build.
That's cool.
And he's like, guess what the good part is? I'm not increasing prices. Now, this is coming from a guy that has a top tier hunt. They've got number one a couple times this year already, rated number one in Virginia by multiple hunt review teams. And he just keeps growing. And he's just like, you know what? I'm expanding a whole new floor. I'm not increasing prices.
Yeah.
That's a man that's after the industry right there.
I'd like to know. I'm going to have to get Ashley and John in here again and bring a spreadsheet. I want to know, like, how do you make these things profitable? How does it work? If y'all are listening, Ashley, let's get another show going.
Do you know, it would, you have to think about the animatronics that cost in that. All right. Electrical and
be like
water,
anything.
Everything. Insurance. Yeah. I heard from insurance, the rates on insurance is astronomical. If you got a slide, there's a lot of hunts with slides. So you can get hurt on a slide.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, OSHA or the fire department, there's the health department. They don't like that stuff. Yeah. It's going to increase your insurance rates.
Oh, yeah.
So
you probably have to have sprinklers and
security, paying security, the cost of merch. It's got the investing. You got to have liquid assets to invest in this. And then once you invest, you got to think of ways of marketing, and that's going to cost. But you have to be good at everything.
So marketing, I have the show, so I'll just market it here. It'd be easy.
Yeah.
I do it anyway, so that'd be a big cost. But man, that's a lot of headache. There's a lot of headaches there. I mean, it's full time.
But if you're successful, you can make a living.
Right. Oh yeah, man. I'd say so. Well, the Woods of Terror guy.
Off. I mean, you can have all year off, but during hunt season. But it's never the case of having all year off, because I hear as soon as the season's over, they're tearing down and are preparing in January.
Oh yeah.
And it takes all year long to get things the way they want it to be.
That stuff's intricate to do, which of course I would have. Well, I'd help with that. That'd be fun. But yeah, man, there's a lot to it. So fun though. Well, cool, man. So it was a good year.
It was a good year. That was our 14th haunt, Terra Manor. And then we followed up last night with the blackout haunt at Fright Nights. So it was twice we hit Fright Nights up this year, one for the regular haunt, and then we did the blackout. The haunt that we canceled, like I said, there was several. Horror Nights was canceled. Haunted Hoochie was on our schedule this year. That was in Ohio. So that would have been the only one we hit in Ohio. That was supposed to be last night. Actually, I take that back. It was supposed to be Halloween night. And we switched our Saturday, which was Terror Manor. We switched Terror Manor on our Friday, canceled on Horror Nights, and then we had to cancel on Haunted Hoochie. So we wanted to fill a night in, which was Saturday, and we really didn't want to go out of our way another 2-hour drive to hit, because that's one of the reasons why we canceled on Haunted Hoochie. Haunted Hoochie was 3 hours.
Right.
3 hours. Oh, no, I'll take that back. 3 hour and 20-minute drive. So we were like, is it possible to do something local again? Fright Nights is super local. It's literally 15, 20 minutes from the house. But we didn't want to go through the same haunt again. I talked to Ashley, and Ashley was just like, we got a blackout, lights out, blackout going on the night. Totally different. So we just threw that in there. Cool. And we were glad we did last night, because there was a lot of things that scared me last night that didn't scare me last time because the lights were out.
Nice.
We really enjoyed it.
How fun, man. Well, we'll have to do it again next year. This was a good time.
Every year I'll have a different haunt. Peck's Mill was different, Woods of Terror was different. Every season I try to get a new haunt in. We'll have to drop a haunt that we hit a lot, but I mean, that's part of the game. As a reviewer, you want to continue hitting new things, not something that's you hit every year.
Sure.
So,
and definitely consider Halloween Horror Nights. I just wanted to be honest with people. Like, it's a commitment, and it may or may not let you down. I don't know. It didn't let me down. I enjoyed it. Being there with my daughter is a fun time. I just think efforts here are better.
Mm-hmm.
And, and that Woods of Terror, I mean, I don't think it would hold a candle to that.
I'm telling you, when you go there, dude, you're going to see the same stuff you see at Horror Nights at a fraction of a cost. So,
it looked insane. And like I said, Fright Nights was better than Universal. But that's because Fright Nights is really, really good. Like, I'm not saying that like, it's, it's nothing. No, like Fright Nights is that good. Like, Halloween Horror Nights is fine. But it's worth it just to go for the experience. But I'm just,
and Fright Nights is considered as kind of like, they're actually like a community haunt.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for years. And they're just getting that national spotlight. So they're constantly getting bigger. And I told Ashley and I tell John all the time, that this haunt is just getting on a scale like Dent Schoolhouse or Haunted Hoochie or Woods of Terror. I mean, they're right there behind those guys, man. And it's in our own hometown.
Heck yeah.
Terror Manor's the same way. These smaller haunts are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the haunt owners have all these ideas they want to capitalize on, and it ain't going to do nothing but bring success.
Yeah.
And I'm right there to root them on, and review and go see them,
Yep. And on that, where can people find you again?
Right here, Appalachia Haunt Finder on Facebook and TikTok.
Heck yeah. And are you still doing Spanish Lumberjack travel stuff?
Yeah. Cool. You'll see a lot of that. As the warmer months approach us, you're going to see a lot of traveling from me and Kim. We'll continue to hit, just destination spots that you see on TikTok. This is where we get our ideas, and it's surprising. A lot of other people that sees our travels are just like, man, I never knew they had that. And I'm like, I didn't either. I just came across it. And we're quick to jump on it and experience it.
Yeah.
Bucket list things, you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah, man.
So we'll continue to be out there in the woods. And
it's what life is about, living.
Yeah. Spanish Lumberjack.
Good deal, man. Well, appreciate you being here, sir. Everyone else, did we, what haunted house did we not mention? Be sure to comment and tell us about your experience. I'm sure you're always looking for suggestions. Are you going to do McCamey one day?
No, because remember, I think that thing closed down.
Well, he got kind of halfway arrested. I'm not really sure. I've been watching YouTube videos of like people infiltrating and calling it a scam and a bunch of different things, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've already experienced that Pex meal where they bound you up and dump stuff
I ain't about that life, but there are a lot of people who are.
Yeah, I've already experienced. Terror Manor had something like that a few years ago where. I experienced a slap to the face, slapped me in the face by a scare actor, gut punch, drug across the floor. It was chaotic, man. And I felt like they legit beat me up, and I paid for it.
Nice.
That was from Terror Manor. So,
and on
McCamey Manor, I'm not going to do that.
And on that, majority of them are no touch. So treat your scare actors with respect, y'all. Don't cuss them and punch them and all that good
Especially
stuff.
if you sign up for it.
Yeah,
that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good deal, man. Thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
Everyone else, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Creepalachia if you haven't, and we are on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And if you have a minute, take a minute and leave a review on Apple or Spotify if you're listening to the audio-only version. That'll really help the show be found. And everyone else, above all else, always remember, long live Appalachia.